Oh man, I didn't have my game up. Whoops. Nobody saw anything. Everything's fine. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. Wanted to check my settings and make sure everything is alright. I know my volume is a little loud, so I'm gonna turn it down just because the music in this is gorgeous, but it is so freaking loud. Let me know if I made it too quiet. But other than that, time to get started. I'm excited. We're gonna go start a brand new game. Start as well. I wasn't expecting to start as him. Hello and welcome to the Walsingham Files, Chapter 2. Like in Chapter 1, this is a detective mystery game, so keep notes on it. All up in my head. Not really. This is gonna be horrible, but we got this. Movement. Controls. Yes. They didn't do this in any of the other games. Just in these two, which is kind of like... It's nice. Hey there, stranger. Sam, you took your time getting there. Hey, don't blame me. Bloody state troopers have the whole area under wraps. You could have bloody warned me. Huh, yeah, my bad. Anyways, I think I'll handle this one solo. Just cover me for now. I want some solo time with your long-lost lady lover. Haha, very funny. Anyways, I scouted a hill that sits above the tree line about half a mile from here. I'm quite sure you get a clear view of the entire area. I sent the coordinates to your phone. Go up there and cover me from there. Aye aye, Captain. Oh, and Sam. Yeah? Let's try to do this one as clean as possible. I'm already in deep shit with the Home Office over the incident in Mombasa. Understood, Chief. I love him with all my heart. All of it. Every single little bit of it. He is a precious being who needs to be protected. Precious, precious boy. I just want to see who got rolled, because I have a feeling one of my other wishes is probably going to pop up. No, I think I was safe. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. So we get to go see Sarah. Ooh. He's gonna get his ass whooped. Honestly, of the shit he pulled in the end of episode 3 of Silver Creek Falls, like, there's no chance. He's gonna get his ass whooped. Alright, where do you want me, my man? Are we going up on a path? That looks like a path. I just walked too far, maybe. There we go. There's a path. We are going into the woods! Into the woods. Grandmother's house before. Slide those away so I don't have notifications. Alright. I have some very important business to handle in the Danvers. I'll be back in an hour to interrogate Detective Fitzgerald. Oh yeah, we got arrested in the end of the episode. That's right. I remember what happened. So we got Walsingham coming in to save the day. Ooh, I'm excited. She's very resourceful, one of the best in my unit. When she was back in the state trooper, please keep a very careful eye on her. Yes, ma'am. Also, this park is in terrible condition. The lights flickering and the campsite is such a mess. Ma'am, this is a nature reserve, and not one that's really most frequented by campers. Hence, it gets less funding than other nearby parks. Still, you should send someone to clean us up now and then. Your park rangers have some pride, for goodness sake. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think that's Captain Visconti, the state trooper that arrested Sarah. She might know who I am. Best I find a place to hide. Oh my god, you're fine. hiding behind a fucking sign. She looks like she's just wearing like a t-shirt and some jeans. Can't let the guards see me or else they'll know who sprung Sarah out. I need to go break it. Okay. Okay. See if I can find anything useful here. Bent spoon might come in handy. Honestly, I pick up everything. Okay, so the guards are over there. There are campers sleeping inside. I think waking them would be a terrible idea. Yeah, especially when there was a murder on these grounds, like the same day. Or at least the day before, I should say. I smell a fire. It's 11 p.m. and I don't hear any other sounds. Pretty sure the campers are asleep and left their campfire on. It's a park violation. Time to go and find some issues. Oh! Someone's in big trouble. I'll write up the fine before I wake up the campers. Time to make my escape. I'm not controlling him. He's doing this on his own. I was hoping he was gonna jump the fence. One ranger down, one to go. Can I sneak in front of him? Perfect. Welcome to Haverford Natural Reserve this year. We've had our driest summer in years, and the forest fires are a particularly big threat. Please remember to put out your campfires when going to sleep and leaving the campsite. Thank you, Massachusetts State Park Services. Fair, very fair. When you have dry summers, you gotta put your fires out. Eye is dry after being like so teary today. Seems the lamps. Sorry. It seems the lamps in the ranger station are on a different circuit. The lamp circuit breaker is loose, which explains the flickering. I think this bent spoon might be perfect. Damn it, the lamp's off. I'll go and see the power board and see if anything's loose. I'll just take this with me. You sly asshole. Damn it, where'd the circuit breaker go? Did it explode or something? Time for me to disappear. I love this man. Honestly, this man. I think that's both rangers distracted. I think I can enter the building now. Walsingham, you're gonna get your ass in trouble. Why are the lights still on? We broke them. Sarah, there you are. Bill, or Mark, whatever your name really is, what are you doing here? I love this background music, honestly. It really is Mark. Mark Walsingham. You can believe me this time, or at least stick to Mark. Heard a little better. It's so good. Alright. Anyways, what are you doing here? Oh, I heard you ran into a spot of trouble with your own people. Figured at least I owe you. Figured the least I owe you is a helping hand after the whole Silver Creek Falls incident. If you're thinking of breaking me out, you've got something else coming to you. Well, of course I plan on breaking you out. Did you not understand why I meant by helping hand? No, leave me alone. I'm innocent, and once this mix-up is cleared up, I'll be returning to my normal life. Thank you very much. Running away is essentially an admission of guilt. Oh, Sarah, at least idealistic as always. If all the cops were like you, the world would be a much better place. Unfortunately for you, cops like you are also the perfect target for these sort of things. What's that supposed to mean? I'll explain it all once I've sprung you out. Just leave me alone. I don't want to be a fugitive. There. Aren't you wondering why a decorated captain like Viscotti has arrested an old protege like yourself? It's great that you have so much faith in the police and judicial system, especially after they stonewalled you for the whole Silver Creek Falls issue. But don't you think that maybe you might need to take this one in your own hands? I mean, I know you probably don't trust me much, given the whole false identity shtick, but I definitely think your odds are better on the outside. Fine, let me out. Excellent. Any idea where the key would be? On the park rangers guarding the station. Knowing you and your methods, you've probably killed him already, so why don't you just get it from his corpse? Oh my gosh. Hey, that's not fair. You shouldn't judge me based on that one incident at Lake Norman. Besides, it was my trigger-happy partner that did all the violence, not me. You'll be glad to know that I concocted a rather clever diversion so I could get in here. Well, I think he's the only copy of the keys, so... yeah, I'm trying to work cleaner these days. New Year's resolution of mine. I love it. I think I'll have to go into dissolving the lock. Dissolving the lock? Wow, you MI6 guys are really something else, huh? Yeah, I have this putty and I just need to slip it into the lock with a bit of rubbing alcohol and we're in business. Any idea where I could get some? They pretty much dragged me straight into the room. Didn't have much time to case the joint. I'm sure I'll find something. Yeah, billiard table here. I know sometimes there's things on the table that you can't see. Massachusetts Park Rangers, Massachusetts Park Rangers, Massachusetts Park Rangers. Upstairs we go. Oh yeah, I see the first aid kit. It's gonna be there. Looks more like a man cave than an official government building. I think someone has been keeping campers away from their... has been keeping campers away from here on purpose. Oscar's epic disco mix. Sounds like these rangers know how to party. I'd love him. A lot of beer lying around. Unfortunately for me, it won't react. Wow, PS4 Pro. These rangers were bullshitting Captain Viscotti when they said that this reserve is in bad shape because of lack of funding. They're just keeping it tattered so no one sees their fun lounge. Here we go, a med kit and a completely unused bottle of rubbing alcohol. Added to my inventory. Wow, this is a lot of weed. I wonder whether this was confiscated or whether it's part of the fun of this room. My goodness. I love and hate all of them. He appeared in the middle of the room instead of by the ladder like I was expecting. Any luck? I found some rubbing alcohol in the med kit I found upstairs. Stand back as I dissolve the lock. I was gonna say, am I allowed to go move? Am I gonna explode this lock? Okay. Oh, okay, Mark. While I appreciate you springing me out and everything, may I also remind you that you've made me a fugitive in the eyes of the government? Can you please begin to explain what's going on here? Soon enough, though I think the park rangers should be back any moment now, so I might recommend that we make ourselves scarce first. Fine. Go out the back door. Please let me go out the back door. Don't make me go out the front door. Thank goodness. I was gonna say, if they're gonna force me to go out the front door, then I better have like a weapon. Look at his hair shake. Okay, this is our extraction point. Let me radio my partner. Nightingale, this is Seahawk. I'm at the extraction point with the VIP. Ready for extraction, do you copy? I copy you, Seahawk. Coming in hot, ETA at T-05, over and out. Now that we finally have a minute, can you please explain what's going on? My voice keeps changing for it. Look, I think you can understand that there's only so much that I can tell you. But for old time's sakes, I'll explain the situation as far as I can safely. My unit and I were in Warningville to investigate John Brigman. We had hidden microphones and cameras all over his apartment and storage unit. That's how I know you'd been arrested. We might not know each other that well. I'm still not sure who you are. If it's any comfort, my family says about me all the time. Anyways, as I was saying, from what I do know about you, you're clean as a cop. You're as clean a cop as they get, so I know that you've been framed for whatever they claim to have on you. And of course, after manipulating the situation in Silver Creek Falls like I did, I felt springing you was the least that I could do for you. Well, Silver Creek Falls is another big conversation we need to have, but let's just stick to the current situation for now. On that subject, what did they peg on you? I didn't quite hear the charge because of the fight you put up against the Sergeant Noons. Bribery, they claimed I took bribes from some contraband smugglers while I was in Norfolk. What bullshit, you barely even spent time in Norfolk. Right, anyway, they claimed they had proof. Probably all fabricated by someone who was after you. I'm sure we'll be at the bottom of this too and prove your innocence. So you can go back to your normal life. Hopefully. I can't help but to think that this is something to do with the case I was investigating. On that subject, you mentioned that you've been tailing John Brigham, right? John Brigham of Brigham Smith International? That's right. Who is he? I guess he involved in your own investigation too. I mean, why else were you in his storage unit after all? That's right. Mark, I know you want to keep your cards close to your chest for this, but I think we could both benefit from exchanging info. Very fair enough. John Brigham is an ex-US Navy SEAL that owns Brigham Smith International Ltd. with his business partner, Petra Smith. I guess Petra Smith used the more Angelica-sized version of his name for his business. Anyways, they're PMCs. PMC? Private military contractors. Why are you investigating John Brigham then? I can't tell you what we know about him, but I can tell you what we know about him, but not why we're investigating him. Sorry. Fine. What do you know about him? This morning I was investigating a double homicide out in Widowdale Natural Reserve and found a note signed by John Brigham at the crime scene. The note encouraged one of the victims to look at his storage unit as it had evidence about a fisherman telling the truth. The name of any of the victims? There were two victims, one male and one female. I'm quite sure that the male victim was called Jeffrey Goldberg. He has a sister called Lexi Goldberg, who I know John Brigham knew, as he put her birthday as the security code for his storage unit. I don't know the female's victim's name. Neither one of them had... I don't know the female victim's name. Neither one had IDs on them. How did you work out his name as Jeffrey Goldberg? On the campsite, there was a canteen of Warrenville High class of '09 written on it. So I went to Warrenville to check out the school records. There was a Star of David in the campsite. So I knew at least one of the victims was Jewish, and the school record only had 4 kids with kosher diets from that class. Of those 4, one was a sister called Lexi, aka Alexandria Goldberg, which is how I knew the male victim was called Jeffrey Goldberg. Excellent deductive skills, no surprise from a veteran detective like yourself. Do you think that the female victim could have been Lexi Goldberg? Maybe. Admittedly, both of them have red hair. Any idea how Jeffrey Goldberg knew John Brigham? Maybe he worked for him or something? Or maybe they were business partners. Can't be his business partner is Petra Smith. Maybe Petra Smith had more than one identity. What did your male victim look like? Caucasian, 5 foot 11 inches, about 180 pounds with an athletic build. Pale complexion with freckles, green eyes, red hair. Why? Do you know what Pietro Smith looks like? Yeah, he's 6 foot 2 inch, bold, white, South African, weighing in about 250 pounds. You want to find him? You're looking for a guy that looks like a linebacker. Your guy sounds like he looks more like a quarterback. Point taken. I see that you know your American sports references now. Yeah, I've been here for a while. Anyways, here comes the car now. I love him. I love Mark. Hi, Uber for Mark? Very funny, Sam. Let's get going. Thanks for the ride, Sam. No problemo. Why are you still in the car? I'm gonna head out and get some pizza for our dinner. Pizza again. We've had pizza for 3 days in a row. Hey, if I'm living in America, I want to eat like an American. Fair? Very fair. Besides, I'm sure you know that you and your long-lost lady lover are finally reunited. You want to spend some solo time rediscovering each other's bodies. I love Sam. Sam. Have fun, kiddos. I love her. Honestly, I love her. She gives me life. She gives me absolute life at this moment. She is a wonderful being. Sorry about that, Sarah. That's my partner for you. She loves to say inappropriate things. Isn't she the one that shot all those Spinola mobsters back in Lake Norman? Yes, sir. She seems kind of loony to be working for MI6. Better never work for the government than against it, right? Well, I suppose. It's very fair. So this is our safe house, our center of operations. And you were the one making fun of them for having a billiards table too? Hypocrite. Wow, you guys are running quite the operation here. I think I've always thought that Britain and America had a special relationship. Please, you can't expect me to believe that the CIA aren't running a bunch of similar operations back in the UK. Touché. The kitchen is to the right. Feel free to make yourself a snack whenever. Just remember that Sam is bringing pizza over. And the living quarters are to the left. You'll see which bedroom is empty for you to take. What about the room up ahead? Operation room, so off limit for you, I'm afraid. For British eyes only. MI6 eyes only. Understood. I'm just gonna explore the room. Pool is never my thing. We get that more from Sam and Blake. Blake? He's our common tech guy. You'll definitely meet him later. Ooh. Let me guess, this is where you guys watch your cricket in Downton Abbey? Sarah, most British people watch similar things to Americans. The biggest difference is the sports we watch. You Brits are missing out on all the best bits. How can you live without baseball, football, and basketball? Some British pubs show these sports. Besides the large amount of Eastern European and African migrants to the UK, basketball has become quite a popular sport. We're exploring everything. There's 6 of you in this team? I'm not at leisure to tell you. I see 6 chairs, Mark. I could have just bought the set of 6. But if there were more of you, then you'd buy a bigger set. Therefore, your team is between 2 to 6 people. Fine, yes, there are 2 to 6 people on our team. Jeez, you ever turn off? Nope, I was born a detective, so I'll die a detective. Hunt this one yourself, Mark? Heavens, no, it came with the house. That being said, hunting does run a bit in my family. Quite a bit. My grandfather is quite the gamesman and used to take my brother Rufus and I out hunting whenever we visited him in the Highlands. Lamp. Lamp. I already know he's gonna yell if I try to go into the rooms. I love it. Yes, we have 2 to 6 people on our team. Wow, your cooker is so clean. No crusty and unsightly burn marks. You've seen it all. Like I said, we mostly just get takeout. I'm pretty sure we've only used this hob for some bacon and eggs in the morning. Fair. Microwave is also nice. Milk, cookies, and bread. You Brits not enjoy eating? We're way too busy to cook, so we normally go out and get takeout whenever we're hungry. Unhealthy, I know. I've gained like 7 pounds since I moved here. Welcome to America. I'm shocked you didn't say stones. 7 pounds in 4 years isn't too bad. Sarah, I haven't been here this whole time since we parted ways in Norfolk. I've been on missions all around the world. Stateside, I've only been back a couple of months. Damn! 7 pounds in a few months is pretty bad, Mark. Because Sam only ever buys pizza, chicken wings, and cheesesteak sandwiches. I know an FBI agent who would be a perfect boyfriend for her. Yeah, we do. Oh, he needs to like... Oh my goodness. I love them all. I'm quite sure the room on the end is vacant right now. Thanks. Let's go peek at other people's. And this is my room. But what if we want to go visit your room, Mark? Wait, the collection of books. We don't have many channels, so if you're bored, I recommend you get one. Do you have ESPN? I believe we do. Yeah, then I'll be perfectly fine. That's Sam's room. Best you don't go near it if you know what's good for you. I'll take your word for that. Alright, we already read that part. Couch. Lamp. Yes. It's been a long day. I think I'll turn in for now. Of course, I'm sure you're not. Yeah, I mean, I have so many more questions for you, but I can barely keep my eyes open. We can talk more tomorrow over breakfast. Thanks. Good night, Mark. Night, Sarah. It's a pretty decent room. Today's been such a crazy day. I don't know if I can just chill, relax, and watch TV. Too many things going around in my head. What music have you got? Top power ballads of the 80s. Hell yes. Well, I do like 80s music. I don't think I'm in the mood to listen to a whole disc of power ballads right now. Bunch of books in Russian. I guess whoever stayed in here stayed in this room knew how to read it. Bed. Yes. I'm exhausted. It's been a crazy long day. I don't have any achievements to go off for this one, so we're just winging it. Love the music in this so much. Alright. I didn't read that completely. Walsingham Road Police. We're in United Kingdom. Okay. I don't know who this is. I'm assuming we're going into the police station. Good afternoon, sir. How may I help you? Good afternoon. I'm here to see Detective Inspector Russell Moore. You have an appointment, sir? Not quite. We're old friends, so I popped in to see him whenever I'm in the UK. Let me see if he's still in his office. He may have already clocked out. Your name, sir? Commandant Diego Calatrava of the Spanish Guardia Civil. Oh, I'm sorry, Commandant. I had no idea that we had an official visiting today. There's nothing in my records. Please don't worry, Constable. There isn't an official visit at all. This is just friends seeing another friend. Can I get you a cup of coffee or tea, perhaps? That's quite all right, Constable. You can alert Detective Inspector Moore of my arrival. That will be more than good enough. Yes, sir, right away. Inspector Moore, you have a visitor here. Commandant Diego Calatrava of the Guardia Civil. I will do, sir. Commandant, Detective Inspector Moore will see you right away. The Criminal Investigation Division is upstairs to the right. Detective Inspector Moore's office is on the top floor. Thank you, Constable. Alright. I kind of want to see what these rooms are, because I think I've seen them. Vacant. Okay. Okay. I know I'm on the top floor. Detective Moore. Nope. Nope. My man. Is that Sarah Fitzgerald? No, Fitzpatrick. Okay. Okay. I was concerned for a second. A rusty old friend. I see you're still as messy and disorganized as ever. Diego, I loved your lump. Oh my gosh. Your love for pomp and circumstance hasn't diminished one bit. The gall of still of dressing yourself as commandant even though you retired from the Guard Civil 10 years ago. Hey, if guys in the army can keep their titles after retirement, why can't we policemen too? Admit it, you just do it to impress the ladies. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't true. On that subject, the constable downstairs is true English Rose. Forget about it, Diego. She's engaged and is set to get married next month. Ah, so there's still time. Crazy Spanish dog. How are you, old friend? What brings you up to Nottingham? My customers, the Prinstons, are coming down from Manchester. Alright. Messing with my seat a little bit. Meet me here. Apparently they found an interesting lead they want to talk about. Oh my god, are you still taking those poor people's money away? Hey, they don't want me to stop looking for their daughter. Can you really blame them? I'm curious. I'm sorry that I keep touching my microphone. I just keep moving it because I want it to be closer so you guys can hear me a little bit better. No, but at a certain point you should tell them the case is too cold to work on. Hey, new leads come in every month. It's a lot of things for me to check out. 90% of those leads are fake and exist just because of the media frenzy. Inconsiderate louts wanting their share of the fame. You know, the Spanish press really shouldn't have stuck their nose in too much. I agree with you there. They sure made my job hard. But... oh my goodness. But I guess we Spaniards can't help it. We do love a good story. Not that the British press was any better when they got there. Got 10 times worse. And then when the Americans came, we just couldn't do our jobs anymore. Sure was a mess. The one good thing that we got out of it was a lifelong friendship, though. Indeed we did. Boyfriends. What were you doing tonight? Want to grab a dinner and drink? Reminisce on those old nights in Foravija? Fuck me, I can't pronounce it. I'd love to, but let me see first the Prestons have for me. Sometimes when they have a lot of leads for me to look at, we spend 6 hours straight talking. Dear God, how much are these people paying you? 30,000 a year. Bloody highway robbery, is it not? Is what that is. You not have a soul, Diego? I have a soul, but I also have a child support to pay. When the Prestons ask me to jump, I ask them how high. How's Lucia? She's good on her final year of high school and her 4th boyfriend already. Looks like the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree. Certainly it does not. How are your 2 boys? The usual, trying to save the world in their own crazy ways. Looks like your 2 apples didn't fall far from the tree either. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of them. I just wish they'd call home more often. Children are unknown to us. They were never ours to keep. That's so true. Anyway, I should get going. My meeting with the Prestons is in 15 minutes. I just figured I would say hi before they spend the evening chewing my ear out. Hey, they pay you $30,000 for that ear. You better get their values worth. They better get their values worth. Indeed, I'll call you if I'm free for dinner tonight. Please do, now go. You only have 15 minutes or you'll be late. They're just at the Walton Hotel, right next to the police station. You arranged the meeting at a hotel right next to my police station. I'm flattered. Don't fancy yourself so much. It was the Prestons that picked the hotel. They're boyfriends. From how they act, they like each other. They're boyfriends. I can accept that. Alright, so now next to the hotel. I don't want to be tired. I already have my eyes watering because of just yes. This has got to be the hotel. Half an hour later. I hate this. Why am I controlling him? Nope, not checking my emails. It's 5:15 p.m. and it's time for me to go home. Watch MasterChef with the wife. They can still be boyfriends. Let me dream. Should really take out this trash. Maybe tomorrow. He's probably not going to be alive for tomorrow, which worries me. Let me digitize all these files myself. I really should have taken some interns to do this. Okay. This looks like a book or a note. Burglary. Eyes peeled. Okay. So that's everything in here. Okay, more. That's me. How can I help you, dearie? I'm Detective Sergeant Lucy Wilson. I just transferred here and wanted to swing by to say hi to everyone that's in the CID. That's awfully civil of you. Where did you transfer from? I wish I was with the Met in London. Wow, Scotland Yard. What are you doing up here then? Honestly, I was a bit too stressed in the city. Too many cars, not enough nature. Figured I'd head north to get for a literal breath of fresh air. You know, enjoy the countryside a little and stuff. Should have gone to the Derbyshire for you if you wanted a beautiful country view. One of the most beautiful countries in all of Britain in my book. Counties, not countries. Nottinghamshire was what was available. Besides, Derbyshire and the Peak Districts are a short drive away. Well, welcome to the force. If you want a tour around, you can ask D.S. Glan. His shift starts now. As for me, my shift is about to end, so I'll be heading out. Well, of course, thank you for the advice, sir, and I look forward to working with you and everyone on the team. Good, I'll see you around then. Soon I will get fixed headphones. Rusty, a moment of your time, because I still have my little microphone dangling here. It broke. I'm probably going to take these and turn them into, like, cosplay headphones, honestly. Because I could remake these and update them to be for Kevin or for Cecil. Because I've done one set of Kevin headphones that are broken. I could totally just take this little piece off and paint them because they have the red and do Strex Corp. It would be fun. I haven't cosplayed Kevin in forever and I'd love to. I want to cosplay Carlos again too. I just want to cosplay. All I want. Double check. Right game. It doesn't want to tell me, but I'm assuming yes. Yes, hey Chief, everything okay? There's been a single vehicle traffic collision on Hucknall Road, close to the golf course. I know you're clocking out and all, but would you be a dear and check it out? Was just clocking out. Come on, the wife and I have been really looking forward to the next episode of MasterChef. I'll have you know that Kristen has frequently complained to me about how you claim you can cook everything better than the contestants. Frankly, I think she might enjoy the show more without you. Ramesh is around, isn't he? Can't you ask him? Here we go. That might be better. Clan is following a lead in Ickleston right now. As you know, Dr. Fitzpatrick is away on maternity leave. You're all I got. That's not true. You have DS Wilson here. I'm sure she's more than fine to handle it. I mean, it's just a single vehicle collision, right? That's the thing. Normally I would, but paramedics and the constable on the scene say that something doesn't look quite right. Dr. Wilson only just passed her CID exam, so she's still a bit fresh. I was hoping you could take her under your wing for a while. Fine, it's not like I can say no, can I, Chief? No, you cannot. You're the best detective of all Nottinghamshire. You keep talking about how you want to retire in a few years and move to Mallorca. I need you to train as many of these young pups as possible before you leave. I'll take that as a compliment then. Come on, Lucy, let's take my car. It's gonna be his friend and I'm gonna be sad. I'm calling it right now. Or it's gonna be the daughter that he's been searching for and he's gonna have disappeared. Got 2 guesses. 2 guesses and that's it. Sergeant, we're taking my car. I'm the detective and I don't drive in a police car. My goodness. Okay, where's this car accident? Must be up. Lucy, right? Yes, sir. Chief Inspector Richards said you just passed your CID exam, right? That is correct, sir. You've never been on a case before. Not as a detective. I did help out a lot with detectives back when I was a PC, but yeah, not as a detective. You passed the CID exam, so I'm sure you're at least versed with the procedure of this all. I'll let you take the lead right now, and I'll step in as I see fit. Sound good? Are you sure, sir? Yes. Practice makes perfect. Besides, I like throwing my subordinates in the deep end, remind them why they joined the force. Very well, sir. Thank you. PC Green? Yes, ma'am. Hello, I'm Detective Sergeant Wilson, and this is Detective Inspector Moore. Are you the PC that called us in? That is correct, ma'am. Want to take us through the details before we go in? Certainly, ma'am. At about 4:07 p.m., we received a call from the Bulwell Forest Golf Club. One of their members had witnessed a single-car collision at the end of the course. I was the nearest PC, so I was routed in to take a look. Upon arrival, I found a Saab 9000 crashed into a tree. On further inspection, I found 2 victims inside the vehicles, both deceased. The driver was decapitated, and I found their head about 20 meters ahead of the vehicle. Are these the parents? Are these the parents that have been paying him? I called in paramedics straight away, in case the victim in the passenger seat may still be alive. Have the paramedics arrived yet? Not yet, ma'am. Seems like there was an incident in Nicholson Road earlier as well, so the hospital was a bit short. Well, you did the right to call us in, son. Something about this collision doesn't feel right, sir. I've seen a dozen of these, and not once have I seen a decapitation. Any idea who the victims are? I sent the plate numbers over to the DVLA, but they haven't gotten back to me yet with the names of the vehicle owners. Seems their computer systems are down today. Thank you for your work and detailed report, Constable. We'll take it from here. It's gonna be his friend. It's gonna be his friend. It's gonna be his friend, or it's gonna be the 2 parents. Minimal blood, glass, and debris in the back seat? Must have been something in the back seat that was taken away after the crash. Oh my goodness! Never seen a dead body before, Sergeant? In such a state, sir. PC did warn us. Anyways, compose yourself and tell me what you can observe. Yes, sir. As stated by Constable Green, the victims in the driver's seat has been decapitated. I suspect that a branch or something else sharp may have entered the vehicle during the crash, causing said damage. This is probably why PC Green found the head 20 meters ahead of the vehicle. It must have been catapulted forward as the vehicle stopped abruptly. Telling from the clothes and body, the driver victim was clearly male. From the looks of the skin on the hands and the general body shape, I would put him in his late 40s, early 50s. Given the victim's age and by the fact that he was a little bit obese, I'd say perhaps he had a heart attack while he was driving that led to spasms in his arms. That may have made him veer off to the left while driving, causing the impact with the tree at top speeds. Not bad, I can see why you're well trained, though I get the impression that this collision seems somewhat more uncommon in the nature of what your theory suggests. What do you mean by uncommon, sir? See how damaged this car door window is, especially compared to the others? Yes. For what seems to have been a head-on collision, it's very badly damaged indeed. And this road is a single carriageway, limited of 60 miles per hour. And he was probably going closer to 50 given the time and day of the traffic. Really shouldn't be in such a bad state. I keep forgetting that they're in England, so their car driver door is on the opposite side than what I'm used to. So my brain is like, I'm like, well, are they getting this all from the passenger side being wonky as well? No, that's their driver's side. I understand now. Look at the way the window fractured. All of the lines lead to this one central point. That, Sergeant, is the entry hole of a large caliber bullet. You're saying he was shot? Yes, given the entry point, I can say it hit him squarely in the neck, causing the spine and neck muscles to tear apart, separating the head from the body. That's the only way this would lead to the head being separated in such a way. A crash at 60 miles per hour simply wouldn't do that even if a sharp branch were involved, which is also an unlikely thing, so cleanly decapitating a man. Noted, but that means that whoever shot him was shooting at a moving vehicle. That's one hell of a shot. Not just a good shot, an experienced sniper with a military-grade rifle. Heck, a shot like that isn't even from someone who is trained with the army. No, whoever took this shot has seen combat. So you're saying this is definitely an assassination? Oh yes, expensive one too. Whoever this guy must have been quite important to merit such an expensive killer. I can see now why PC Green called us over. You brought nitrile gloves with you, right? Yes, I did, sir. Put them on and carefully reach into the pocket. See if you can find a wallet or a phone or anything that we can identify him with. Empty. It seems like it was all taken. Interesting. Do we get to go find the head? What is it, Sergeant? Really bizarre looking note. Ever seen anything like this? Oh, fuck me. Maybe I do need to write things down. I don't want to write things down. Out of context, not really. Take a photo of it. It might be useful later. Alright, good. Good. I could put it in my notebook. Can I not see? Victim passenger seat is female. Also in her late 40s or early 50s. Clear lacerations and bruising from the vehicle's impact on the tree and subsequent spray of glass shards from the windscreen. Car must have been going at top speeds as the victim's body is in very bad shape. Check our pockets and see if we can find a phone or any ID. Nothing, sir. Our handbag is empty too. Whoever did this clearly wanted to slow us down. Maybe whoever did this knew that these people had money and targeted them on a purpose. I doubt it. This was an awfully complicated way to steal a couple £1,000. They'd be better off just burglaring these people on a quite summer day when they're in Ibiza. That is true. If that were truly motivated by financial gain, then why is she still wearing her diamond necklace? Seems the culprit knew that he had to take and then disappear as fast as possible. We're clearly dealing with a professional. There's a gun beneath the seat. Pass it here. Beretta 92, classic choice for a lot of police force and armies of the world. No gunpowder residue in the barrel, and all the bullets are inside. It was either never used or cleaned frequently. Empty, though I suspect there was something that was in here that was taken. I agree, no doubt whomever killed these people wanted something in their possession. The number plates on the back of the vehicle are intact. Hopefully PC Green will have the results from the DVLA by the time we're finished here. Minimal blood, back seat, alright. Maybe we have to look farther? I think I found everything. Let's go talk to PC Green. Are you done investigating? I think we need to look at the scene. Oh. Any news about those plate numbers from DVLA? I'm afraid not. What am I missing? Do I have to look at, like, the tree? He's already looked at the note. I can't go up any higher. Okay, I think we're done looking there. Okay, already got there. There's got to be something more interesting in the trunk, is what it seems. No skid marks, as if the driver didn't even try to brake the vehicle. Well spotted, Sergeant. Let's see if there's anything more over here. I'm thinking no, but you never know. That's a sniper tower. I think we found where the shot was taken. What's this random tall structure in the middle of the woods? So you haven't really been in the country much, huh? They're lookout points built for the BBA, British Birdwatching Associates. Looks like the perfect vantage point for our shooter. Now I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm sure we'll find something interesting upstairs. That's a bit strange, isn't it, sir? What is it? Lone chair on the top of the floor of this building. Birdwatching takes a long time. It's not as if, not a particularly social hobby, so shouldn't be a surprise that there's only one chair. I'm surprised no one has stolen this chair yet. Mood. That's a lot of cigarette butts. I suppose a lot of people smoke while watching birds. I'm pretty sure I see some Balmore Cannel cigarette butts in the mix. Light blue filter paper is unmistakable. I don't know how to pronounce that. Soviet-era cigarettes, due to resource limitations and rations during the Cold War, they're way weaker than Western cigarettes. Do they still make them? Surprisingly, they're still in production and the design and formula haven't changed. A lot of people get used to smoking them during the Soviet era and never stopped, even when other brands became available. They're also quite popular among cannabis smokers due to their mild flavor that mixes well with marijuana. Back when pursuing weed dealers was a top priority, we'd use this presence as an indicator that habitual marijuana consumers were nearby. So you think people came up here to smoke weed? Not the worst place in the world for it. Beer cans. Ooh, shell case. Beer cans. I'm an idiot. Pass them here, Sergeant. Here you go, sir. Looks like 7.62 54mm casing. Probably from a Dugnov. Unusual choice. Why do you say that, sir? The female victim still had her diamond necklace on, right? If she did, that means this assassin is well paid enough to not be tempted with petty looting like that. And he still chose to use a more general purpose sniper rifle like the Dugnov than something more specialized than an M24. This to me is very strange. They knew exactly how they were going to do this execution and yet didn't choose to use the perfect gun for the situation. From the sound of it, the Dugnov is Russian-made, right, sir? That's right, going all the way back to the Soviet era. Perhaps it's easier to obtain the Dugnov and the respective ammunition due to the influence of the Russian mafia on the black market. Well, this is undoubtedly true, given that the M24 was produced for NATO member armed forces, but it can be bought relatively easily in the US. Of course it can. For an assassin of this caliber, it's a pretty obvious purchase. No, I think the reason this assassin chose the Dugnov is because this is what they were accustomed to using. By that definition, we're probably dealing with a bit older, someone who's a bit older who saw action in the Chechnya or Yugoslavia. Also explains the presence of the Baltimore, cigarette smoke. was like 25 years ago, wasn't it? That means this assassin is probably in their 50s or 60s. My older brother is a retired army colonel and is 60. He can still shoot a pigeon from over 500 feet away. Don't count us old guys out yet, huh? I'm sorry, I'm slowly losing my voice, and I'm like, no, I want to see what this story brings. It's not the shooting ability, sir. It's the fact that the assassins were able to shoot, then run to the car, and then take all the goods and disappear so quickly. All without being seen by anyone else. I pulled a kitty cat up while I'm reading, all without being seen by anyone else. Even for a moderately healthy person in their 30s, it isn't that easy. Very good point, Sergeant. A team would make sense. Right, Toby? Need a team? Hi. Good point, Sergeant. I think we might be dealing with a team, not a single assassin. As if I may say, sir, you keep singing the praise of this assassin, yet they were careless enough to leave their shells behind. Wouldn't that behavior of somebody who isn't that professional? Also a very good point, Sergeant. When I believed that it was a lone gunman, I theorized it was simply because they didn't have time to clean up. Had to run to the car as quickly as possible. Perhaps we're dealing with somebody that's a good marksman, but not actually a professional assassin. That's a fair theory, Sergeant. Nothing there. You think this is where the shooter shot from, sir? Really only likely place. There isn't any other natural vantage points for a realistic distance from here. Makes sense. This place is in pretty bad shape, isn't it? Yeah, these places were all built in the 70s back when bird watching was a lot more popular and the BBA had a lot more money. I don't really believe they had funds to maintain these buildings so well anymore. We should probably bring this up with the National Park Authority. These things will turn into death traps before long. Couldn't agree more with you, Sergeant. Let's see. I don't see anything else out here in the woods. Let's go see if those plates are in. Oh, I'm gonna guess yes. Are you done investigating? I think we have a clear picture of what went down here. Very good, sir. I'll let the paramedic teams go get to the bodies now. Any news on the plate numbers from the DVLA? Yes, I received the call not 2 minutes ago. The vehicle was registered to Manchester and registered in Manchester and belonged to Ian and Ada Preston. I was right! Ada and Ada Preston, that sounds so familiar. Why do I know those names? Because their 11-year-old daughter famously went missing over a decade ago. I need to call Diego. He's lost all his money now. Hey, sweetie. Hope he's mad at me because I'm messing with him. MI6 safe house. I kind of want to knock on the doors. I think that's Sam room. Best I stay away. Let's go bug Mark. I think that's Mark. I'll be quiet walking past. He needs his... Don't you lie. Oh, are we going to try to break into the rooms where we're alone? Locked. Of course it is. ID needed for entry. Oh, what secrets are hidden beyond this door? I'd love to know. Damn it, they're awake. Good morning, Sarah. How did you sleep? Like a baby, thanks. How was your pizza last night, Sam? Oh, it was good, thanks. Pity you old folks were already asleep when I got back. I'd have offered you a slice. Though, chances are you were tired after your passionate lovers reunion. Sam, that's very inappropriate. It's okay, Mark. She's only saying these things because she's jealous. 100%. 100%. Okay, so those were all rolled before it. Okay, I'm rolling mine real quick. And then we will be back. Puppy. I don't know who that is. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I love him. My phone is being so slow right now for my rolls. I don't need you. Corpse Party. Godzilla. Alright, nobody really jumps at me that I know. I'm gonna hold off. I'll just be watching as other people roll. Real quick. Hopefully people will roll as quickly as I did. Or get something that I want fast enough that I can start looking away and just cry if somebody gets something I want. Come on. Keep rolling, Draco. Dance with the Devils, Neverland, baby. Alright, now I just get to keep an eye on it as people roll. It's okay, Mark. She's only saying these things because she's jealous. Jealous of what, may I ask? Oh, let's cool it, ladies. We have something much more important to talk about this morning. What's up, Mark? Tell her, Sam. While I was at Giuseppe's waiting for them to finish making my pizza, I happened to see John Brigham come up to pick up a pie of his own. Of course, I tailed him after, and he left the shop and followed him to the small seaside town a couple miles east of here called Crow Bay. He entered a large complex surrounded by guards, so I couldn't follow him any further. We took the address on that, right? Alright, 1 second, they're rolling. Keep rolling. Mish. Poisons. Red, okay. Come on, Sins, keep rolling. Took the address that Sam found and checked it against the local property records. The property is under the name of Gustavo Lopez, Catalina's Lopez's brother. Who is this Catalina Lopez? Sorry, I forgot you're not fully filled in on the case yet. Catalina Lopez is John Brigham's wife. I think Sins was trying to decide if she wanted to grab him or not. I'm just watching. Because I want to pick up a card this session. I got a really good one the last hour. They cute? Boo. Okay. Nobody yet. I see. So you think that John got spooked by everything? Everything going down in Warrenville and is staying with his brother-in-law for the time being? Actually, we suspect that the house really belongs to John Brigham and was given to Gustavo as a gift of sorts. What makes you say that? We checked Gustavo's tax records and he claimed artist underemployment. Not a lot of artist-owned houses like that I saw, like the one I saw in Crow Bay. You never know, he might be a successful artist. I've seen paintings so for millions of dollars. Normally dead artists get that type of money. Granted, there are a few living ones that do make that type of bank. Living artists that fetch that type of cash are normally very famous, so we checked the records of Christie and Sotheby's and other major fine art auction houses. And surprise, surprise, he hasn't sold a single painting with a major auction house. So you're saying that Gustavo is essentially fronting for John Brigham. Or he's just claiming to be an artist, but is instead employed in a less legal form of employment. Very interesting indeed. So what's the game plan? We need to break into his house and see what we can learn. Wow, being a spy is so much easier than being a detective. No need for warrants from judges or due diligence or anything. I love her with all my life. Due diligence? What's that? Huh. Not as simple as that, Sarah. There are repercussions for cavalier actions and such. Ooh, did somebody say Mombasa? Shut up, Sam. What happened in Mombasa? That's a city in Kenya, isn't it? Oh, Sarah, I thought you... Here you thought your new boyfriend is the perfect James Bond type, but he's actually more of a Mr. Bean type. I love it. You know that Mombasa said was just as much your fault as mine. Anyways, Sarah, I know officially I should just ask you to hide out here until all this sort out the issue with the MSP. Knowing you, you'll just escape anyways, right? Oh, looks like you do know me pretty well. Now to join us in Crow's Bay to investigate John Brigham and Gustavo Lopez? As if you had to ask. I'm pretty sure that this is all related to Reinhardt. Still. Let's see if I can get a free one. Okay. As if you had to ask, I'm pretty sure that this is all related with me getting framed for bribery. Good, let's get going. Crow's Bar is a half an hour drive from here. Crow's Bay, not Crow's Bar. We're not going to a bar. So there isn't a moment to lose. That little split where they had all of them in the same screen. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes! It's good. I'm gonna have to clip that. Marky's here. Who's here, Blake? Pitcher Smith is, Hendrik de Bruin passport flashed at Boston Logan Airport 5 minutes ago. I guess he didn't know that we have his Dutch passport in the system, too. With all fairness, he hasn't used his South African passport in months. This is our chance to get him, but we have to get moving now if we're gonna catch him. Right. We also have this great lead on John Brigham, and I think he doesn't know we're on to him this time. You're the CO on this one, Mark. You need to make the call. I know. I know it sounds risky, but I think we should split up and pursue both leads. Understood. Is Oksana rested? You know Oksana. Get her a pack of cigarettes and an espresso, and she's good to go. Where is she right now? She's in Lynn, just 20 minutes from the Boston Logan Airport. Okay, it's decided. You, me, and Oksana will go after Schmidt. Tell her to go ahead and get into position. We should be there in less than 40. Sam, go with Kara to Crow's Bay and investigate the lead on John Brigham. Mark, please let me go after Schmidt. I have to score to settle with him. No, Sam. I'm not letting you initiate another mad OK Corral style gunfight like you did in Mombasa. Oh my gosh, I want to know what happened in Mombasa. Honestly. We have to do this as clean as possible. You're no fun. Load out, Mark. Its men are going to be heavily armed, so M16 and Jericho's for you and me. Tell Asana to bring that M24 this time. She needs to get used to using it. Will do, Mark. I wonder if she was involved in the assassination or not. Probably not. Sam, are you sure it's okay for us to park here? Yeah, from what my GPS is saying, it's just an old archive. It's a government building. I'm sure they expect a certain amount of guests every day. Besides, you're a cop, right? Just tear up any ticket that we get. Firstly, that's not how policing works. And secondly, you seem to forget that I'm kind of a fugitive right now. I can't go around behaving like a cop, can I? That's a good point. We should probably get you a disguise of some sort. For now, I think we're good. I haven't seen a single cop in this sleepy town. So what's our game plan? On our big drive-in, I'm pretty sure I saw two big blokes guarding the entrance of John Brigham's mansion. If we're to get in, we'll need to get rid of them first. Let's do this. You distract them with your ladylike charms, and then I'll shoot them. That's a terrible idea. We do that in a sleepy town like this, and every resident will call the police. Jeez, I was kidding, Sarah. Lighten up. Somehow, I don't believe that. Anyways, I promised Mark that we'd do this cleanly, and I, for one, will not stand to watch unnecessary violence. Fine, whatever. We'll try to enter in sneaky fashion if it makes you feel better. We're gonna get our asses caught. This is me we're talking about. Hi, welcome to Anderson's Cupcakes. How can I help you this morning? Getting some cupcakes, a box of our famous cupcakes that have a pre-order 2 hours in advance. You have a pre-order? Oh, we actually haven't pre-ordered. Can we order it now and pick it up later? I'm really sorry, but I think we're out of batter today. Just so you know, in the future, we normally sell out by midday. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Okay. Yes. What do you mean you can't deliver today? I just put that order in 2 days ago, and Jerry assured me it would have been here by now. My hands are tied, Doc. The main warehouse is all the way over in Concord, and they're still clearing trees over on I-93. I think Crown's Bay wasn't the only place hit by the hurricane last week. It's not an excuse. You have to... You could have easily arranged for our supplies to have come from a different warehouse. You kidding me, Doc? We only have one warehouse. Why do you think our stuff is so cheap? Well, it goes to show what type of service I'm paying for. I'll never order from your company ever again. Whatever. That's not my problem. Like, get out of my way. Hi, is everything okay? Sorry you had to see that. Had a spell of bad weather here in Crow's Bay in the past 2 weeks, and because of the hole in my roof, a lot of boxes of meds came in damaged. Of course, I can still send the medicine in their plastic containers, but people prefer to see the boxes. It's been a tough two weeks of business for my pharmacy. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyways, don't let me spoil your day with my problems. Can I help you, ma'am? I think we're fine for now, just looking around. Oh, well, the displays are empty because of the rain. If you need anything, just to ask. I just want to see if there's anything around that I'm supposed to see. We're gonna get laxatives and we're gonna get cupcakes. That's what's gonna happen to those guards. I'm calling it right now. Delivery center mailbox. Be pretty old. It's all warped and awful. Years of exposure to air. The metal really should have paint on this. Maybe we can find something to jimmy it open. It's locked. I guess they're closed today. Keypad on the left. I guess we could use that if we knew the code. Oh, fuck that. I'm trying to figure out where these guards are. There. There is the guards. That's where you saw him go? That's right. Those guards look tough. We need a plan. Easy, I'll just shoot them. No. I'm thinking if we get lucky, we can get some cupcakes. And we can get some laxatives. I think that would be great. I think I just need an item to be able to jiggle open that thing. Oh. Oops, I did it again. This is when we just say yes, we pre-ordered. Okay, so I need something sharp. But I didn't see anything sharp on the bottom. Maybe I can get in through this building? Or get into this building? This government building? Yeah, let's go into the archives. Ooh. Good morning and welcome to the Crown-based Sea and Space Archives. I'm fine, thanks. I'm just doing some research for my dissertation. Is there anything I can help you? Please don't hesitate to ask. Yes. I don't know where this is going to be important. Part 3. I don't know where that's going to be important yet, but I have a feeling it's going to pop up. I need like a 6-digit number. None of these seem to have a 6-digit number. Other than maybe a date. I'll have to figure out. Okay. Goodness, my eye is watering now. Dumb choice. Alright, this one's not really leading me anywhere. We have cupcakes that I can't order. We have meds, which I'm pretty sure are going to turn into me getting laxative for the guards. We have this building that it wants me to find an object that I can pry it open with. Give me 1 second. Oh. Oh my goodness. I hate it when my eyes start watering out of the blue. It's so frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna quickly do my vote. So I can load while I'm sitting here. Oh my goodness. Why are my eyes so watery? Sunrise Delivery Corp. Delivery's mailbox. I'm gonna guess it's gonna give me a clue if I get that mailbox open. So I just have to find something to use to get the mailbox open. Why does it have a driveway that goes into the back of the building? Let's see if I can go this way. No. The answer is no. Yes, I know, I know, I know. We're not shooting them. I have an idea. It's one of the like most basic ideas ever, but there's got to be something around here that I can pick up that will help me open that mail container. My brain is like a rock. Anything. Maybe there's a tool over in the... Ooh, there's a full trash can. Maybe there's something in here. Find something useful. Always check the bins. Probably think an old wire hanger would be useful like this. All sorts of things. More of a spy than a detective. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna roll again real quick. I'm sorry that I'm being distracted. This is my little, like, roll time. Rolf. Did I really get anybody? Oh, come on! Poland. Nope, didn't really get anything. I think we've had him pop up before and they didn't want him. Alright. Now I just get to watch and see if any other people roll. And say that. Wire hanger. Finally! Okay, so I was right. We have our wire hanger. Now we get to go back up to that building, break it open, and then we get to probably go over to the archives, figure out what thing we're looking at, to get the code to get into this building, and then we figure out, oh, we need to get this. Time to shine. Slip it into a crevice like this and open. I'm definitely convinced you're more of a spy. Honey, anyways, I see a note inside. What does it say? There we go. Yep. Ocean of Storms. That's what I thought. Keyword for today's code is Ocean of Storms. Sorry again. I'll promise I'll take your shift whenever you need it. Thanks. Interesting. We have a lead. Ocean of Storms. To the archive. I think that was one of the... Let's go see. Ocean of... I think that was one of the books in the bottom shelves. And it should be the date, I would think, because it's 6 digits. See, I'm being good. I'm not cheating and trying to look things up. Gemini. That one's book 3. 2. 1. Check this one first. Ocean of Storm. I think that was it. Ocean of Storms? That sounds right. 1911, 1969. 1911, 19... 11, 11, 11, 9, because I'm dumb and I won't write it down. 11, 9. Oh. It said Ocean of Storms. Yeah. Ocean of Storms is the code. Ocean of Storms is a lunar landing. So it's not a 6-digit code. Or maybe... I did 11. 1969. Maybe there's multiple Oceans of Storm? I didn't think there was. I don't remember there being... because then there's 11 Nove, 19... Yeah, Ocean of Storms. Apollo 11, 1969. Let's see if there's more Ocean of Storms. I think that's it, but what does it want from me? Unless it's supposed to be that, and then I find something that's like Intrepid. What am I missing? Don't want to look it up. Because there's Ocean of Storms. It's Intrepid. Mission is 12. I feel like I should find something that's Intrepid and find a 6-digit code. Or like Apollo. But I'm not seeing like an Apollo or Intrepid. But all I have is that date. Captain King Richard. It's gotta be something here. Maybe it's like 12, 1969? Here's Ocean of Storms. And I already did 11, 1969. 11, 12? 12, 11, 19? I'm cheating because I have an idea, but I just can't. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to start with it. Go away, Ed. Yeah, got that, got that, got that. Got that. Oh, I was so close. I put them out of order. It's 1911-69. I was there. So close. Because I was thinking it was, I switched the dates on it. That's how we do dates at work. It's 1911-69, or like 1969. Yes. 1911-69. Oh, a note. There's a note. Read it. Consuela este octubre este echando muchísimo calor me de macapeni lo gran glorias estando de partido el día en este clima. Had una caja de magdalenas de Anderson était manana. Oh God, this is why I speak French. Estar listo del almuerzo. Por favor, sal para recargarlos, daslos. Uno, Carmín. Limpiando la casa. Gracias, Catalina. I'm quite sure that's Spanish. You speak Spanish, Sam. No, I'm the team's German speaking specialist. Mark is the one that speaks Spanish. I mean, he can get some German too, but but his accent is awful. Wait, isn't John Brigham's wife called Catalina? Oh yeah, I guess this note might be from her. Gives me an idea. Yeah, are you gonna tell me your idea? Alright, I just read that. Okay, so she has an idea. I just want to explore and make sure I'm not missing anything. Especially because I can't go back there. This one is open. Anything inside? Nope, completely empty. 144. No, we're not going to try that just yet. Oh. 345. 321. 581. 123. That's 123. Okay, so I was peeking, and I'm pretty sure I have the 3 is the first one, so 1 and 2 is equal to 3. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1, so I'm thinking it's 1, 3, 4? Try that. Nope, okay. Get my second president. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna use the cheat because I will have to look at that later to figure out how they got to that. It seems like they just add each thing up, so it's like 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. First number from the second combo. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Second number from the second combo. 5 plus 8 equals 13. So third number from the second combo. 8 plus 13 is 21. 13 plus 21 is 34. 21 plus 34 is 55. First number from the locked combo. 34 plus 55 is 89. So second and third numbers from the locked combo. So 589. I'll have to look at that closer later. Sam, that's fraud. Gotta remember, Sarah, you're not a cop anymore. You're gonna gotta roll to do like us. Looks like they have women's sizes too. Let's get into costume. Oh my goodness. Cute in this delivery uniform. Thanks, I guess. They're gay. I love them. You should probably hold on to this after we know you're done with the mission. You know, you can use it with Mark tonight. I know he likes a girl in uniform, so I'm sure he'll love it. Sam! I hate them and love them with all my heart. So he's gonna yell at us coming in. We're gonna go pick up cupcakes. Indeed we have. Under what name? Consuela. Oh sure, you're in luck, Consuela. This was the last cupcake batter we had for today. Lucky me. Thank goodness for that. We had the last box for the day. Now I can clock out. And she wouldn't just give it to me? You need to go get some laxatives. Anything I can help you ladies with? Do you have any? Yep, I was right! Adult, please. I've been having some really bad constipation, so give me the strongest stuff you got. Hair laxatives. These are very strong. I know, I just live a couple miles from here and would rather not have to drive back for my next bout of constipation. I understand. Here you go. Expiry is on the foil wrapper. How much will it be? $11, please. Here you go. Enjoy your day. I knew it. I called it from the beginning. Which is, we'll get our lovely and very appetizing cupcakes and sprinkle it with a healthy dose of high-potency lactives. And bam, a delicious snack for our friends that are guarding Brighamham's mansion. Sam, this is wrong. Unless you have a better plan. I knew it. I knew it right from the start. We were gonna play that game. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Alright. You're gonna jaywalk across the street? Hey, can I help you? Hey, I have a special delivery for you, gentlemen. My delivery form says it's from Brigham? Word! Miss B got us another box of cupcakes from Anderson's. Anderson's? Bro, once you try Anderson's, you'll never want to eat another cupcake again. They're the best. Really, they're that good. Yeah, bro, Anderson's normally runs out by midday. Miss B must have ordered an extra early for us. She's the best. No, go away. I want to pull this up so that I can watch if anybody rolls. Because I have a feeling somebody's going to roll while I'm not looking. Enjoy. Here you go, gentlemen. Enjoy it. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Dude, these are the best cupcakes ever. What did I say? Oh man, you're right. I don't think I can ever go back to any other cupcakes. Yeah, the only downside is the only downside of discovering Anderson. Dope. I think I ate a bit too quick. Really need to take a shit cover for me. Ah, what a noob. We gotta learn to savor it. Oh, dude. I think I can use the can too. Hell yeah. I kind of feel bad for him because it probably ruined those cupcakes for him, but also they deserve it. Now we get to go sneaky sneak and break into the manor. Look at how big this place is. Wow, the interior is old Victorian style. Yeah, not really expecting the interior design I'd expect for an ex-Navy SEAL to choose. Don't forget that this is strictly speaking Gustavo's house and he's an artist after all. Kind of empty too, huh? You think these rich people would at least put more furniture, given how much they spent on the place. Maybe it's just how their house came. There's a lot of Victorian style homes here in New England, you know. Lots of time they're sparse of original furniture decays over time and isn't replaced. Houses like these give me the creeps. Let's get to work on investigation so we can see what we can find ASAP. There's a note here. Read it. Consuela, fuck me. Ositako limper nuestra habitación deja la lave en el cajón debajo de macados. Por favor, no toque el ordinaire Dijon. It would be nice to have Mark here to translate this, huh? Yeah, mais je parle français très bien, mais je ne parle pas l'espagnol. This grandfather clock was made in Warrenville. Because of the lumber mill that was the center of Warrenville's economy. The region's best known for its fine woodwork. Chances are a good amount of the furniture around here is made in Warrenville. This is locked. Let's look around. I'm sure we'll find a way to get in. Locked. Try the bookshelf. Complete history of the Middle East. Brigham and Schmidt are two of the most infamous PMCs operating in the Middle East today. One of our sources told us that over half of the vast wealth they've accumulated is from doing network in the region that the U.S. armies are unwilling to do. What type of stuff? From what we've heard, a 4-star general paid them to assassinate a local warlord that was creating problems for local Kurd allies. Why is that so strange? There's still some humor on how... still some honor on how army is run, Sarah. It would sound terrible if it hit the news that the U.S. was ordering assassins just to make pacifying the region easier. Isn't the Army's job killing the enemy? In battle, besides, the protocol from the White House is to negotiate with these warlords first. How is it that the general was able to order these assassinations? That's where the controversy lies. Apparently, this general uses money he gets from each slain warlord to pay for the next assassin. So the White House won't do anything about them. It's all in cash, so it's off the books. End of the day, these situations mean less dead US soldiers. Wow, that sounds like the type of work that suits you more. What do you think I was doing before Marky Mark found me? And I was happy doing it too, PMC work. But then I guess I couldn't resist when he asked me to travel around the world with him. No, I don't know you two had that much history. We haven't done anything yet, but I know how deep inside that he loves me, so you'd better be careful with him. Okay. Alright. Alright, I found one of the doors. That's odd. What is it? Oh, excuse me. The dining table and chairs are in the kitchen. What's weird about that? Makes for easier cleaning. I've been doing this the whole life. That's fine in most homes, but when you have a large, stately manor like this, why'd you put one in? It seems like a big waste, no? Especially given how empty the living room is. That is kind of weird. Isn't it the same structure as you have in the MI6 headquarters? Exactly. A house that's being used for covert operations, not a home where a family lives. Good point. Let's look around and see what we can find. I'm just gonna touch everything. I haven't found any doors that I could get stuck in yet, so that's kind of disappointing. I liked finding a glitch. There's keys in the drawer. Yes. Two fridges is also odd. Not that odd in America. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense with you doing bulk buying from Costco. Fair enough, and with how many guards they have. Yeah. Aww. Girl, you're scary, I know. Get cupcakes. If we eat their food, they'll know somebody was here. You're no fun. Alright, well, I found the keys I needed. I cracked my neck, so that's a good plus. Okay, let's try this door first. So we try the keys? Good thinking. Nope, still locked. So we try the keys? Nope, still locked. Let's see. Nope, this one's still locked. Alright, well, time to go upstairs then. There's a note! Alright, I need to stretch real quick. Just to change. Because my legs are sore. There's a note here. Read it. Gustavo, our contact in the Whitechapel managed to extract some sound bites from the Trenchard Royal Air Force's base security system. Please have the sound bites transcribed before Catalina and I return from Boston. For obvious security reasons, I obviously can't let you have access to all of my files, so I put the sound bites into the computer emergency cache so you can freely listen to them without logging in. Ooh, code for it is the Souls of Mars and Colossus. Thanks. Souls of Mars and Colossus are two of the jibs. It's locked. Shall we try the keys? Good thinking. Yup, this is it. Locked. I expected no less from somebody like John. He probably keeps important files in there. If we had more time, I'd probably try to break in and steal them, but we gotta be fast here. Ah, I clicked it again. Locked. I expect that. So the computer. I'm just gonna cheat because I don't want to fuck it up. Yep, da-da. Just long, emergency cache is 4. So yeah, I did that. Okay. 1186. I don't want to go out to the archives again. I'm being really bad. Alright, we're gonna listen to...
Lieutenant, what are we doing at an Air Force base? I'm afraid I'm not at leisure to tell you, sir.
Leisure.
Are the Air Force taking over this investigation? Again, like I said earlier, I'm not at leisure to tell you, sir.
Leisure.
Alright, fine. So what part of Scotland are you from? I'm from East Kilbride, a town very close to Glasgow.
I love
Ah,
the
from
name
the
of that
Lowlands.
town. That's pretty.
I guess the such a
Kilbay?
good accent and all. That's very impressive, sir. You can tell apart different Scottish accents. Even in Britain, not a lot of people can do that.
Hi, I'm American.
part
I
of the
don't know
training
any
I took at
accents.
Naval
I'm really
Command.
bad and I'm
You
sorry.
forget I was in intelligence before I commanded the HMS Sunderland. What? I've got on record here that you were a submarine commander prior to your tenure on the Sunderland. Exactly. You really think the main point of submarines is combat, Lieutenant? You're asking me where I'm from, sir? Yes. Have you ever been to the Highlands?
Fair
I went to
question.
Dundee once for my cousin's wedding. Anything higher north than that? Nope. Not all of us are from posh families like you, Commander. Growing up, any free time I had was spent at my father's butcher shop. I'm not that posh, Lieutenant. My father's a policeman, you know. But your mother's the daughter of a baronet, is she not? Ah, I see you've done your research. There's a reason they picked me for this job, sir. Well, since you're such a sharp and observant officer, why don't you go drive up to Kirkwall for a little vacation? From what I've heard, there isn't that much to see up there, sir. Oh, but there is. There's a small naval dockyard in Kirkwall, on the north coast. It's off the records, but if you look properly, it's obvious it's owned by the Navy. Alright, and what will I see there? You'll see the remains of my ship.
Hmm. Nope, 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 nope. That's fine. Nope, nope.
Gunther, what are you doing here? Do you work for the RAF now?
I go where Her Majesty's government needs me.
Okay.
Well, look, since I've got you here, there's something I want to talk to you about. Oh, Gunther, I need that file. I need to know what they put in the Sunderland.
You know I can't tell you. The Admiral would kill me if I did.
For God's sake, Gunther.
Friedrich already warned you about taking command of the Sunderland. Now that you know the secret, they will put another one in your next command and send you back to the Bering Sea. Mark my words. Let's see if Moscow saves your ass again next time.
Fine. Then I'll quit. I'll resign my commission.
You would be a fool to do that. As long as you are under Admiral Wolverhampton's protection, you are safe. Be smart.
You're
and
never
behave.
safe under somebody's protection in these
What should I
situations.
bloody do then?
See if the Admiral will give you a nice office position at Vale Island, perhaps.
He already promoted me to captain. If I have no command, I'll look like a right fool, and it will raise too many eyebrows at Navy command.
Fair.
Then you must reconcile yourself with your fate.
No good deed goes unpunished, huh?
Oh, stop making yourself out as a hero. It's pathetic. You know it was your ambition that got you here.
Touché. How about you then? What are you going to do?
I'm a wanted man back in Germany, and strictly speaking, the British government is obligated to send me back. The only way I can live in relative freedom is under the wing of Admiral Wolverhampton. So, here I stay.
Then can I count on you to serve as my science officer on my next command?
Wouldn't miss it for the world, old friend.
Okay.
Commander, I have good news.
What do you have for me?
They're moving us north to Stromness. The Admiral got the funds, and they're refitting an old observatory there to be our new HQ.
How's that good news precisely? Is it because it reminds you of your home in Schleswig?
Very funny. It's good news because we will be in the office instead of out at sea.
Oh, thank God for that.
Indeed, but don't get too comfortable, yeah? I just saw some blueprints in the Admiral's office, and I think he's already altered your new command.
Oh God, what can you tell me?
It's very big, twice the size of the Sunderland. I think it's a battle cruiser.
Dear God. A battle cruiser?
Yeah, and the hull is extra large too. Enough space for 3 this time. 3.
Ooh.
They're going to make me carry 3 this time? Oh my lord.
I have a feeling that Mr. Man #1 is a spy. I think we have what we need. Let me radio Mark. Seahawk, come in. This is Nightingale. Do you copy? I copy, Nightingale. We got what we need. Alpha Centria is located at the Royal Navy base in Stroms. There's a Navy base in Stromas? I was surprised too. Seems like a secret. You get Smith? Not quite. I'll tell you all about it when I see you. We're actually arriving at Crow's Bay now. Good. We'll discuss our findings over and out. This other room. Where's it locked to? It doesn't seem like there's much else. I was like, oh my gosh. Why, hello, lady. To take an extra pair for you to use at night. Stop it. She's just jealous because she wants to use the uniform with you. I think I saw her put away an extra pair in her car earlier. Whatever. So what happened with... What? Think he managed to give you the slip? Possible. Oakenson was nearby, so would have definitely been there before he finished immigration. Dutch passport flash in the Logan security system on purpose to make us go there. Any planned a ruse? Exactly. He must also have a mole in the Logan security system. Just to meet up with John Brigham. I've seen the ruse. I'm sorry, Toby. I kept petting him and he's like, oh, Mom. Back there. There is a Boo Bear. There. I didn't even realize he was sitting on the pillows. I turned around and suddenly I see a little dude right there. They're napping. They're getting ready. They're ready for dinner, pretty much. This is my fault. How could I not have seen the ruse? Don't take it so badly, Marky Mark. Brigham and Smith are 2 of the most experienced military contractors all around. On the bright side, this tells us that they're scared of us. Stop flattering yourself, Sam. I'm serious. I think all parties involved would agree that the firefight in Mimbosa, while messy, ended up in our victory. Sam, we went after them and they got away. How is that our victory? They retreated. This time we have Oksana on the team too. Heck, had we had her in Mimbosa, then I definitely think we would have gotten them. Then didn't their main sniper... They didn't have their main sniper on their team either. That Kenyan guy wasn't their main? Not a local contractor in Mimbosa. Who was their main then? Kotsapovic? Old Siberian dude. I actually did a few missions with him in Afghanistan back in the day. I guess Brigham and Smith must pay him a lot more than Samarov. They do say, Balkan snipers are the best. Don't let Oksana hear you say that. She'll tear you a new one. I'd like to see her try. Anyways, what were you able to get off from John Brigham's computer? I'm confident that the Alpha Sentry are either at Stromas or Kirkwall. Somewhere in the Orkneys, for sure. I see. Well, I've already informed Lord Hamilton, and he's charting a plane for us back to the UK as we speak. We're probably going to take off for the RCAF base outside of Toronto, so we need to get moving. And now we are in the United Kingdom. We better go call his friend. Sergeant, I doubt Diego's at the police station. He's probably still at the hotel waiting to meet with them. Alright, it's time to roll again, but I'm gonna go and talk with him first. Hello and welcome to the Wilton Hotel. Are you checking in? No, we're here to see someone, thank you. My man, I'm sorry. Diego! Rusty, what are you doing here, old friend? Do this real quick. I'm gonna roll real quick. Samurai Jack, oh my gosh. Teenagers. Monsters and a beast. Might as well just see what my options are and just pick one. None of them are good though. I'm gonna hold. Hopefully somebody else will roll. Nobody rolled last hour. I didn't get anything. Which is fine. Rusty, what are you doing here, old friend? I told you I'd call you after my meeting with the Prestons. Diego, why aren't you answering your phone? Oh, I changed my number a couple of months ago. I lost my British mobile while I was moved apartments and have to get a new one when I got here. I was gonna tell you my new number, but it slipped my mind. I have a feeling he's the one who's working with them who killed the Prestons. What's wrong, amigo? Why do you look like that? You're rolling. Yugayo, sugars, Borussia. Almost. Let's see. Decent rolls, but What's wrong, amigo? Yep. Diego, have you met with the Prestons yet today? No, not yet. It seems as though they aren't answering their phones today. They are already over an hour late to our meeting. What's wrong, Rusty? Why do you look so serious? Just before I clocked out today, Chief Inspector Richardson asked me to look at the single vehicle collision that occurred south of Hucklenall. Upon investigation with Detective Sergeant Wilson here, we found out that the couple had died in the collision were actually Ian and Ada Preston, your clients. What? No, it cannot be! Take a look at these photos. We found this diamond necklace on Ada Preston, and this is the license plate and car involved in the collision. Can you please confirm that these belong to your clients, the Prestons? Yes, that's all theirs. This is Ada's necklace, and I've definitely seen them drive that car before. They granted them before, though granted they have many cars. Oh God, how could this have happened? Has this couple not suffered enough? Breaks into tears. Poor man. Mr. Calatrava, we'd just like to ask some questions about... Sergeant, give this man a moment, for God's sake. He's very close to these people. I'm sorry, sir. It's fine, Rusty. I too have many questions to ask too. So please, detective, ask whatever you want. Very well. Mr. Calatrava. Commandante. Calatrava, actually. I was with the Spanish Guardia Civil before I went private. Okay, my apologies. Commandant Calatrava, do you know of anyone who would have wanted the Prestons dead? Did they have any enemies? Enemies, they had many. You kick up the media fuss like that, they did, and you're sure to make a lot of enemies. You must have had some you must have been just a teenager when the famous Preston case was all over the news. So I didn't know how much you remembered. But this story simply would not leave the media circles. All of Europe had their eyes fixed on the sea town of Terrogen. I can't say it. See what the outcome would be. All this attention put a lot of pressure on the Spanish government to find the Preston's little girl. So, after a month's time, when signs of little Alice emerged, heads began to roll. Ooh. Therefore, the chief of police was forced to resign, so was my commanding colonel. Then, when some of the newspapers speculated that the disappearance was Preston's fault, Ian's law firm hit them back with all the forces of their power. Oh my goodness. Even managed to bankrupt and sink some of the smaller publications that made this claim. And yes, the enemies that family and many, but to wish death, that is a much stronger claim. Wait, Rusty, are you telling me that you think the Prestons were murdered? Diego, you know I can't. Rusty, don't give me your protocol bullshit. I've attended your son's wedding. We've vacationed together. Heck, I'm even one of your grandson's godfathers. We found Dugnov shells in a nearby tower, and it looks like a gunshot wound decapitated Ian Preston. Caused him to drive into a tree. And Ada died on the impact. They were going at 60 miles per hour when they slammed into the tree. Commandant Calatrava, this is why we need to find out who would possibly want the Prestons dead. Like I said before, the list is long. Don't forget that the person who probably most wanted them dead is whoever kidnapped the little Alice. I'm sure they would never have imagined that their crime would have such a global impact. But it's been 10 years since that happened. It's a hell of a long time to wait to snuff out the Prestons. Commandant, you said that your old colonel and chief of police both lost their jobs over the incident. Where are they now? Chief of police ended up becoming the mayor. Seriously? As he kept appearing in the news, everyone knew his name. And by the time that election for the mayor came up, public opinion in Spain had turned against the Prestons. He was essentially a shoo-in for the position and won by a landslide. Public opinion went against the poor couple? In Spain it did. After the investigation had still been going underway for more than a month, British press started labeling us Spaniards as lazy and inefficient. They even began accusing us of taking our long lunches and daily siestas. Very racist indeed. The Spanish public did not care for these labels, and the Spanish press fired back at the Brits for treating us Spaniards like we were a colony to their empire. Sadly, the Prestons got caught in the crossfire, and the Spanish press had a field day with them too. Is the chief of police still mayor? Yes, he still enjoys a lot of popularity there. His name? Alejandro de Santa Ana. Sergeant, this man has, if anything, benefited from the Prestons' misfortune. Seriously don't think he'd risk a flourishing political career over people he probably doesn't hate anymore. You can take him off that short list of suspects. Just covering all the bases, sir. So, how about your colonel? He was less lucky. The colonel was a career policeman with his entire family serving on the Garda Civil. The past 4 generations, he took his dismissal very personally and entered deep depression. He didn't leave his house for half a year after. I see. You'll have to forgive me, but I'm finding your ranking system very confusing. Who is higher ranked, him or the chief of police? Neither the local police and the Guardia Civil are 2 different entities. Very different system in Spain, Sergeant. Every city has its own local police, but they also have a paramilitary organization that polices and protects as a national level. That is why you hear ranks like Colonel and Commandant. Okay, but who's actually running the show? Both we each hand in our investigation teams on the job. And you weren't working together? Of course not. Why would we? Because you're working the same cases? I hear you haven't worked for the government very long, my dear. What's that supposed to mean? Don't you know that government entities and departments never trust each other? Ever wonder why the US Navy uses their own pilots and airplanes for their aircraft carriers rather than the Air Force ones? Okay, so both your colonel and chief of police led their own investigations, which is why they both got the axe, right? Correct. Any idea where the colonel is today? Last I heard, he moved down to Mexico a couple of years ago, as he had some family there. I believe his daughter is married to a Mexican federal. I hear some wild stories that he even got a job with the federals hunting the drug cartels in Mexico. But I doubt that. With a stain on his career like he had, I think it was unlikely that the Mexican government would ever hire a foreigner like him for that job. His name, Esteban Lopez. My brain is like, I'm like, last name Lopez. That's one of the names. I'm like, no, I guess he says very common name. Very common name. Do you know his middle name? Afraid not, but I still have a lot of Guardia Civil contacts. I'll have no problem figuring it out. Sergeant, let me take over here. I know you want to do this thorough as possible, but detective work is a lot of instinct, and I don't feel like this is the right line of inquiry. I understand, sir. You have to ask yourself, Sergeant, it's been over a decade since the case of the Prestons was in the news cycle. Why kill them now? Maybe they knew something now that they didn't know before. Exactly. Diego, do you know anything about the new lead that the Prestons were so excited about? They didn't discuss details, but I know that they hired another private investigator recently who said they came up with something big. I know their name. I'm afraid not, but Ian was very excited. He said that this guy was a cryptographer and was involved with MI6 or something like that. Oh, and he never arranged for you two to have a meeting then? From what I heard, this guy still works for MI6, so he's doing this as a secret side gig. So he kept his identity hidden and they only correspond by mail. That means that there is some mail for Ian Preston here. Indeed, there might be. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, let me go. Let's go. Mail time, mail time, mail time. Yes, I believe I do. Didn't you see an ID? I'm with the Nottingham Police. Remember to always show your badge first, Sergeant. Of course. Thank you, ma'am. You received this letter this morning. Fuck me. Okay. Dear God, what is this? Diego, did you say that this detective was an MI6 cryptographer, right? Yes, Ian said something along those lines. They must have agreed to keep their codes private. This is where I found that note. It may take a while to decode. Indeed, it will. Well, we have a lead here, so see what letter is on this note. The office and file storage facility is just a 10-minute drive from here. Pretty sure whatever we're looking for is there. I is triangle, A is pi, N is U. Okay. So A is triangle. So ga A M. I'm just gonna type it in real quick. I triangle A pi N. Okay. Items. No. Okay. So GI IAN Ian G Ian FL GL JIN bold N bold. Alright, I'm just gonna go where it tells me to. Because I have the code. I picked that up at the crime scene. I just need to watch this again. Did you see the car just go? Oh my god. Alright, Robin Hood office filing story. Alright, this one is not as, like, this one's a lot more glitchy than the other ones. Derby building. Let's go in the derby building. Fuck. So do I have to figure out... I only have 2 notes though, so I'm kind of like G.I. Ian. So it's G.I. Ian. G. Ian F.L.Q.L. U.G.D. Jablin. No, Jib. Jin. Bull. In. Axie. JCINF. UG triangle. UGIOC yellow. I. ODNQD. Word I or A. IDO ANC Inc. Mr. A E I EIJD DOD ELO ELR ED JLB LDO IP 05 B3. Those are codes. IP 05 B3 INA MA LOC IP XTN AIOQ BC IB ISA. So it should be Hi Ian. Hi Ian. They're rolling. Let's go watch the rolls. Could just get Robert Chase to not worry about the rest of the rolls for the evening, but I know Ryan hasn't rolled yet, but I don't think he's gonna roll. Alright, so back to the chat with Ryan that I'm typing this message in. Hi Ian. F E E M. He's A B C D F G H I J K L M. You are R M. Oh, there goes Sin's rolling. Now I'm gonna be sad. Just watch. Everybody's suddenly rolling. After not rolling at all last hour. Yeah, I was gonna say somebody needs to go and grab that person. Okay, back to my chat with Ryan. GMRM. You would be R. E. More than one of those GD. That's got to be the or S. I thought I had a notebook, but I think I'm just gonna use this paper real quick. Should have notebook somewhere, but I don't see it at this moment, so I'm just gonna write it here. We're gonna write some shit down tonight, people, so that I'm not just writing in my chat with Ryan. I is equal to I, and little circle is equal to 10. H L N B I Z, and then the note is B triangle roll F L L F. Go eat your food. Nice.
What? Dude. Ow.
I'm trying to figure out a word puzzle. You wanna come see the puzzle?
Can I
I'm
come in
suffering.
without being on?
Yeah, just don't go past about here.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. Bye. Bye. I'm not helping
I'm
that.
figuring out a word puzzle, and I may just cheat, honestly, because I just started it, and I was like, I need to break out the piece of paper, but I want to at least try this one. What does it sound like? I think I know which one that is.
I had
I know what song you're talking about, but
Yeah,
I have
I
to
can't
think
find
of
it.
it. No, it doesn't work. No, of course not. Yeah, yeah. L R Q I. Oh, why am I doing this so close together? Fuck. Okay. Well, I fucked that up, but I'll just write small between it. O pi U C M R Q I E triangle J D Q G D O D E L O E L R Q G D L I O triangle P O 5 E 3 rolls. I don't think that the numbers are gonna change. E D M I T L O C I P, sorry, triangle P E X O A O C I. So we know I is triangle, A is pi, and n is the little troll. So let's I find all the triangles. I, 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 I. Next time I play a puzzle game like this, I'm for sure. Fuck me. Okay, triangles. Not pies, because pies are something different. Pies. Okay, so triangles are I. Triangle, 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 triangle. I started doing pies as I, and I'm like, nope, that's not right. Triangle. Okay, so I think I got all those. So all of the pies are A's. A. I at least want to try to do this one on my own instead of just cheating and look at the answer, because I want to feel accomplished at least one of them. B triangle. AD. E triangle. So pi. Pi. There it is. And then N. 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 I'm assuming. Hi, sweet. Hi, you want to come up? Come on. Come on. Come on. Toby's just watching me as I write because he wants to come and play with my pen. I'm in danger. Because Toby loves playing with these pens. Alright, so this is what we have so far. I drew this picture earlier. But that's what we have so far. Hi, Toby, are you coming up or not? Are you coming up? He's trying to jump on my lap. Okay. So, I think G is H. Coming up. Coming up. And I think it would make sense because then D would be E. Because then it would be high Ian. So if G were H, it would be high Ian. G were H. Third for my H. 0 Q. Yeah, and it would make sense if D was. Ooh, D is E, not. Write that wrong? Did I write that wrong? Hold on. I is triangle, yeah. Okay, okay. Well, let's just keep going with this real quick. Hi, sweetie. What you want? Alright, so if G is H, D I'm assuming would be E from this message, because then D would be E. Hello, my handwriting sucks today, so I apologize. E, so I've just double checked that I've got my numbers right write it properly. one in that last. Okay. So hi Ian. Something something. I'm thinking Q is T. Because that would make the most sense for how many R's there are in here. So go to the O. What was O O? O O. 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 I'm just doing this one letter at a time right now because I'm gonna fuck this shit up if I do it any faster. Was O. Okay, so go. So G is F. G is F. Find all my F's real quick. I wish I'd put this on a screen so you guys could see my progress. And it would be a whole hell of a lot neater. Go to the wait on that one. T is Q. Finish filling that in yet. T is Q. T is Q, T is Q, T is Q. T is Q. Q. T is Q. PS. I don't have a PS, but that would make sense potentially. L is O, yeah. I think R is U. Okay, so go to the something. Alright, so I have some stuff down. Something there, I'm thinking. Do I have E yet? No, I don't have E yet. I have A though. E I do not yet. Wait. Is there A in here? There is A in here. So A means something else. What? What? Well, fuck me, I guess. Okay. Okay, but go to the... Maybe that's Robin? No, that's not Robin. Okay, I something are out a something. Three letter there. There. Something. Two different words with O at the middle. Oh! I think P is S. Let's try P as S. Code. I think that's supposed to be code, but that's way too many letters for it to be code. Code is 05B3. And, okay, so I think C is D. C is S. Okay, so C is D. We're gonna go with C is D. C These D. That DC. Yes. So this is E. L R Q. R. I haven't figured out yet. These D. And these D. Sorry, I'm being quiet. These D. Yeah. Birthday V is Y. But O is not T. Oh, but Q is T. Q is T. So A is B. Hate that. A is B. Are there any other A's? Building. Third. Go to the something building, third something. I something. Alright, let's fill in these B. That's all of the A's. That. Okay. Birthday, so R is O. So where's all my O's? O, O. 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 Oh, don't want to touch the because I think they're just numbers. Something birthday. Go to the X's. Oh shoot. X is U. I think that was the only X down here. Why is it that I can read it so much clearer on the screen and not on my handwriting? I wrote like shit today, writing quickly. I, Ian, go to the something building, third something. I something that looks like rented. Q is T. Yep. I rented. I don't have R yet, do I? Oh. Bye. The third. The I already had that. Getting there. Figure out what this J is. Something building third floor. I would bet this is floor, so J would be L. F would be J. It would be E. So that would be floor. So E is F. E is F. E is F. Okay. And then L is J. Go to the. Then something. OLN building. Third floor. I rented. Bar yet. A. FO something IER. And. Get cute. R. I don't have that. An item I don't have yet. A bite? File, file, file. That's it. J is L, not E. Okay, J L. J. I don't think I have any more. Okay, okay. I'm doing better. Go to the something building. It's Lincoln. You see. You see. I is K. Okay, let's fill out these B's first. Okay. Building, 3rd floor. I rented. You're right. Yep. B. C. B. C. B. C. J is F, right? No. J is not F. J is L. A locker. I is K. Are there any more I's? No, okay. Go to the Lincoln building, 3rd floor. I rented something, a locker, and something, a file. I'm gonna get this as put. M is P. R is U. Okay. I put a file there for, I'm gonna guess it's Y. Yes, I did already guess that for U, and R is, yep. For U, the locker is 05B3, and the pass. Yeah, password is, I'm gonna guess that's Queen's birthday. Go to the Lincoln building, 3rd floor. I rented out a locker and put a file there for you. The locker is 05B3 and the password is the Queen's birthday. Figured it out! It only took me like 15-20 minutes, but I figured it out. Alright, let's go find this Lincoln building. I'm so sorry for everybody who had to deal with me, like, slowly figuring that out. But I wanted to actually do it properly. Even though I couldn't really show what I was doing. No. Oh, do I have to go all the way around everything? Oh. Well, there's only so many buildings in this area. But I figured it out! Watch, there's not gonna be... There it is! Lincoln building. 3rd floor. 1st floor. 2nd floor. 3rd floor. So it's 05B3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is it B3? 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, hold on. Did it tell me what the locker is? Hold on. How do I know what the locker number is? How does this system work? And then I need to go look up the Queen's birthday. Oh, did I get tagged in something? Oh. Let's see. Yes, but when is her official birthday? 21st April 1926. Okay. So now I have to figure out 05. So I would assume row 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 5, 6, 3. Maybe you? So you would be Queen's birthday, which would be April 4 would be 04 26 21 21 26. We're gonna because I figured out the thing, but I don't know where this damn locker is. I figured out the puzzle though. I'm very proud of myself. I did it all by myself. 5C. Okay, okay. I just wrote that down wrong. Okay. Side to the car, North Hampshire. It's 2104. Yeah, row 5. Third locker from the left. Oh, okay. So I just went too far. Okay. But I did that mostly right. Okay, so that's 2104. So yeah, I got that right. But I was just putting it in wrong. Yes. Okay, what do you see inside? A bunch of maps. They're mostly maps of cities in Scotland from what I can tell. There are also maps of Spain. He obviously had a bunch of different maps of yeah. There's also maps of Cartagena, America, Atlantica, and Alicante, and the city's a neighbor. Anything else? He also has historical weather charts for all these cities. Does any of this have any meaning to you, Diego? The maps and the surrounding towns and cities make sense. I have no idea what the ones in Scotland are about. Also, I don't get why he was all these historical weather reports. I don't really see how it was any strong relevance to the Alice Preston. Are you getting anything, Sergeant? Well, on every weather chart, he has the town Brailkirk underlined. On top of that, every Scottish map has Brailkirk circled in red with arrows pointing to it. Any ideas, sir? I'm gonna guess that that's where Alice is. It's pretty close to where Kirsten's father's estate is, so I've actually passed it a few times. Can't imagine why it's related to the case. I'm guessing this is where our next lead probably is. Looks like we have a road trip ahead of us. Ugh, it's a 7-hour drive to that part of Scotland. Can we fly? Still 2-hour drive from Inverness to Brailkirk. Besides, the fact that between checking in and getting our bags, it ends up flying takes 4 hours. We save an hour tops. Also, driving is cheaper. Heaven knows the chief inspector will want to crucify me if this case takes me across the country. Might as well save money where I can. Alright, no time to lose. Let's go. Sergeant, did you not hear me say it's a 7-hour drive? We'll probably spend the day there to investigate whether this mysterious detective is Ian Preston to see. Oh. You'll have to forgive old Rusty and me, Lucy. We're not as young and energetic as we used to be. Driving 7 hours straight through the night and then working on a case the whole day, then driving home through the evening may very well kill us. Indeed, we'll probably need to spend at least one night there. Why don't we all go home, pack our bags, and get a little rest? Is this so you can go home and watch The Master Chef with your wife? Of course! I promised her that I'd make it home in time for it. If I dash out now, I'll make it just enough time to buy us some tiki masala and naan before our episode begins. Aww. We can then reconvene at the police station in a couple of hours to drive over to Bralkirk. Alright. Base Admiral Lancelot Holland Research Facility, outskirts, Orkney. Ooh! Look at them! They're in Navy uniforms! Also, look at all my work I did, guys. I did it. I figured out the puzzle without cheating. I'm very proud of myself. Mark again, why do we need to wear the Royal Navy uniforms? You work for the British government. You can just stroll in and look at whatever you want, right? Sarah, if you found out someone in the Pentagon was doing something shady, would it be easy for you to walk in as Gloucester PD cop and go over their files? No, but I'm assuming that your MI6 powers are much more extensive than my Gloucester police one. It's not like I'm an FBI or CIA agent. I'll give you that, but in this case, I don't want to spook anyone. This is a top secret naval research facility and for some reason built in the middle of Orkney. Only people here are Navy personnel and scientists. In my opinion, it's hell of a lot easier for people like you and me who are accustomed to being in uniformed service to pass a Navy officer than a scientist. Fine, we'll stick to your plan. Did you get to practice your British accent with Sam on the flight over? Yes, of course I did. I think I have it perfect now. I am shit at accents, so I apologize. Okay, let's hear it. Top of the morning to ya. That's Irish. Hello, Governor. Are you performing in the Gilbert and Sullivan show? It's okay, let me do all the talking. What do I do if somebody does talk to me? Guess you'll have no choice but to use a Cockney accent. It's a bit exaggerated. If you limit your words, it Mark, before we go any further, you need to tell me what this Alpha Centauri is. I would have asked on our flight over, but you were sleeping so soundly. I don't know if I can tell you that, Sarah. Well, I'm about to enter a restricted naval research facility impersonating a British naval officer. Basically, a police officer who is strictly speaking a U.S. government employee and indirect representative of the U.S. government, I'm about to commit actions that could have me arrested for fraud and espionage. I initially joined you and your troop on this merry chase for two reasons. One, I believed that it would help me solve the case of a double homicide at Whittledale Natural Reserve. Two, in doing so, it would help me prove that I was framed and would exonerate me from those false bribery claims. Now, as we are standing here in Scotland, about to enter this facility, I can't help but think that I may have deviated from my own objectives. So I gotta give me something, Mark. Fine, you make a fair point. Let's go through the facts then. John Brigham is definitely working with the male victim at Whittledale Natural Reserve. What's his name? Jeffrey Goldberg. That's the one. You saw the note and the locker, and you don't share that type of thing with someone unless you're actually working together. Agreed? Whatever John Bergman and Jeffrey Goldberg were investing currently clearly surrounded a clique of officers who we found out have some relations to the facility. Wouldn't it be logical to think that an essential clue to discovering who killed the couple of Whittledale lies in with who Goldberg and Brigham were investigating? Suppose that makes sense. If you want to sit this one out with Blake and Sam at the safe house in Kirkwall, then that's completely fine by me. I'll give you the report when I get back. But I know that glint in your eye. It's a glint that appears as the case begins to unfurl itself. I know that glint because I have it too, and the fire inside me won't stop until this case is solved. Sarah, I know that you want to see this through with your own eyes. Am I correct? I suppose. I thought so. One last question. Why did you choose me to help you in this bit? Surely Sam and Blake would have been the better choice. I've spent time with Sam. Subtly. Not her thing. You can say that again. Subtlety's not a thing. Don't get me wrong, in a firefight, there's no one else I'd rather have next to me. Except Oksama, maybe. As for Blade, he's the best at intel and comms, so I rarely actually put him in the field. I see, so basically I was the only expendable one. No, you're a career detective. Your skills in deductive reasoning are unimaginable, are invaluable to me in this mission. Looks like Sam is right. You do know how to flatter your way out of problems. Fine, I'll stay. Kids are menaces. I feel like we're gonna get in here and there's gonna be the end of the chapter. Locker of storage to apply for different years. Yes. Page 1. Dr. Bolt. Cooper. Mullen. Vosker. Dahmer, Mercer. Loberton. Don't recognize any of those names. Page 2. Conway, Michael, Smith. I'm trying to remember what names we're going for with this one because I'm getting distracted by the two. It's not Lopez. Darn me for not writing shit down. Hi, Ian. Go to here. But that was the other people who found that. That's not their note. Let's go explore some of the other parts because I'll probably find more than I need from exploring areas. The burb! Vice Admiral. Yes. Registry, okay. Forbes. Burr. Montgomery Hood. Ruff is more. Lot. Oh, we have to figure out man 1, man 2, man 3. So it would be one of the probably admirals or captain. Me trying to remember from those sound bits. I think there was Forbes. Officer, commanding officer, staff officer. I know Wolverhampton was the one who was gonna rip him a new one. Cooper. I think it's Hooper that we need to go after. That would make the most sense. Captain, any idea where Lieutenant Porter is? I'm afraid not. You'd think doing something as easy as just sitting at his desk would be simple enough for this lad, but half the time I have to come here, he's gone. You should really tell him off next time you see him. Problem with these junior officers is that they don't really respect the scientists who scold them. But the second they see the gold bars and crowns, they start bowing like they're the Christ on Earth. Well, you know the old saying, Professor, there's no God on Earth like a general on his battlefield. I suppose in our case it's there's no God on Earth like an admiral in his fleet. Speaking of which, did you read the email going around? Right, I've been away from my computer for the past few hours. What's happening? Apparently all senior officers and research staff are to attend Dr. Burnham's presentation this evening. What I've heard is we're in for quite a treat. I expect no less from Dr. Burnham. Okay, so this is all the scientists. Project Sword, Project Sword, Project Sword, okay. He's on Project Sword. His office is 3A, so I'm gonna have to find that later. So I think I need to go steal Porter's stuff. I think Porter was on page 1. No. Fuck me! Porter, 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 Porter. There is no Porter. Maybe it was Forbes. 5'8". 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 8. Yep, looks like those officers weren't kidding that Commander Forbes is careless. He left his locker unlocked. What do you see inside? Spare uniform, some stationery, running shoes, tracksuit, and his keys and ID. Bingo. I figured it out! I'm so proud of myself! So now, I would assume... Let's go up to the main building first. Because that scientist is there. I think Commander Forbes will work perfectly for us. Yes! Okay. Door is locked. Door is locked. Door is locked. Means I'm just gonna look at every single door. You have Commander Forbes' key, right? I do. I'm quite sure this is the door to his office. Let's go in. Wow, and I thought my office back in Gloucester PD was small. You're a naval officer with any level of success that you really should be in command of your own ship at this point. In which case you really only need an office on land for when you're in between command on your ship and repairs. That's fair. A large office is really not necessary. That is until you make Admiral, at which point you are given one of the big fancy offices upstairs. Besides, people in the Navy are used to cramped conditions anyway. Not suitable for high-flying secret agents like you, huh? A note! Ben, I can't make it to your mom's birthday party tonight. Admiral Walsingham wants all of the senior command to attend the presentation tonight. I got her a Westford vase. Can you please go to my office and get it? And then have it wrapped before you bring it to her party. Today's code is Trafalgar. Dad. Oh, okay. So he must be upstairs. Why did it already have? There's a lot of dirty magazine. Bob wrappers. There's a vase upstairs. Travlaflav, whatever. I don't know if there's a map. Means I would not be getting the oh my goodness. Oh, we've got. Hold on. What? Travlaflav. I might just look this up because I don't want to go hunting for whatever that code is. Okay, so I got his key. Did that. I did that. Code in the note. Need to open the door. Oh, it's the date. Okay. That makes sense. So it's 21 10 1 8 0 5. Which door? I don't fucking know. Alright, so that's the wrong code, even though I know it's... Come on! 21 10 18 05. There we go. Harry, seems that Gunther is twice the scientist that Frederick ever was. Unlike Frederick, he's willing to do what it takes to move the program forward no matter the cost. He's given a presentation tonight and all the Scientist Hall will show some of his new findings. All senior command is expected to attend. Oh my goodness, there's still some left after this. Alright, I might take a quick break real quick. I thought I was closer to the end than that. But I'm gonna take a quick break and I will be back. I have to go take my son's temperature and I have to go and roll. Because I'm a horrible human being and I roll all the time. Yeah, yes, is it Boo Bear? I missed Solomon! I missed Solomon by like 3 minutes. Poor boy. Well, let's roll. Let me roll real quick, and then we will pause. Actually, I'm gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna put on my BRB screen, and I will be back in a few minutes. Thank you everybody for joining me. I hope I will see you when I get back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, BRB. Hello, hello, everybody. Back. I apologize for the delay. I had to go get Toby's temperature. I'm surprised at how much more we have. When you get the chance, pass by his office and see the blueprints his team has amended. His new design on the weapon is the bow of the ship. He claims it's more efficient that way. Take a look, and if you can get it approved, and then sign off on it. Thanks, Rich. I'm probably gonna look because I didn't see who I had to look at. Wasn't expecting to get in there. Gunther, unlike Frederick, program no cost. He's given a presentation. His new findings. All senior command is expecting to attend. When you get the chance, pass by his office. So that's Frederick. Gunther's office. Okay. Where's Gunther's office? I'm honestly gonna look this part up because shit's rolling. Don't want anybody in that bunch. Yeah, go into science building. Oh, okay, 3A. Okay, I'm in the wrong building. Alright, away we fly. May just not be claiming somebody this hour because Ryan claimed my person. Building on the right, I've already been in there. I already got Forbes in trouble. I have an ID. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get the ID! Alright, now I need to go back up there and go get the thing from his desk. I'm dumb! Alright, 3rd floor. Please tell me I don't have to put passcode in again. I don't want to. Okay, good. Thought I checked it, or not. No, I didn't check everything. There, not there, probably in here. Looks like carelessness runs in the family. He left his ID there. Yes. Yes, the computer didn't do anything for me. That's right. I just kind of bypassed that drawer. Okay. Go down here. We're gonna go down here. It looks like I'll be playing as somebody else after this and probably another person after this. I pulled up a walkthrough because I was like, for some of these puzzles, I just need the help in my head. Voila, worked like a charm. 3A, so we need to go up to the 3rd floor. Mark, I gotta say, your skills at improvising are another level. What do you mean? I mean, when you were talking to that scientist guy in the lobby, you didn't even flinch, mumble, or stutter. And that guy was talking to you as if he knew you. Give me too much credit, Sarah. These scientists are so busy with their noses and their research that they barely take note of people's names and faces. Before he opened his mouth, I saw him look at my sleeve and asseration my rank so he could address me as such, and he clearly had no name for me. Are we attending Dr. Broman's presentation? I'd love to. If we did that, then my work would be all done. Unfortunately, I believe all the senior officer presents will actually know each other. I'd stick out like a sore thumb. That's very fair. That is very, very fair. So I need to go to 3A. Should be this room. Okay. 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 Yep. Yep.
All those are yours.
Okay. The room read the note. I have to go back again. I went to the computer though and it wouldn't let me do anything at the desk. I'm just like, why are these not letting me? Oh, batteries. Good. All right, almost done. I love how he's like, oh yeah, we're chill. Everything's good. Like, we're just gonna use this passcode. Or not passcode, use this ID. Scan our way in. Alright. Back to get the key, even though I thought I grabbed it, but apparently I didn't, because this desk is a bitch. Alright, key. Bye. This level took a lot longer than I was expecting it to, because this is probably the longest level that I've had for any of these. And it's not like I've been sitting around a lot, other than for the one puzzle. I worked on it for like 20 minutes. But yeah. They just keep getting longer and longer, and I honestly really do like their games. They have a lot of fun games. I like their mystery games a lot. It's Sapphire Dragon Productions is the producer for this. I have a lot of fun with it. They don't have any achievements on this chapter, but they might have some in the future. We'll see. Why don't you try that key? It works like a charm. Brief history, modern warfare, large groups. Oh, I glitched into the thing. Okay. I was gonna say, Gunther, I got what you wanted, so if you tell me hunting for 10 kilograms worth of stuff isn't easy, next year I'll need to raise the price to 2,000 euros per kilo. Anyways, thank you for the deposit of 10,000 in my bank account so quickly. A pleasure doing business with you. Your stuff is in a cooler in my warehouse. I've included a key map for your convenience. Go ahead and pick it up whenever you'd like. Looks like an awful hand-drawn map. We're gonna have a hell of a time finding this warehouse. This map is rudimentary because it shows a town that's not too far away from here. Anyone who lives around here can tell it by a few details. The town is just a short ferry ride back to the mainland. What? How can you tell that all from 2 streets on the map? Because that's the town my grandfather lives in. Oh, ooh! We gonna go meet the family? We're going up here and chatting. Hello and welcome to the Brakelet Thistle Hotel. How can we help you? Oh, I love a woman with a Scottish accent. Diego, please, we're on the job. Good morning. 3 single rooms for 1 night, please. Please make mine a double room. Diego, the Queen's government will not be paying for that. I will pay out of my own pocket, of course. Good to have a double room. You never know what might happen one day. That'll be £60 each for the single room and £90 for the double room. Please put mine on a separate card, señorita. Be 2 rooms on this card, please. No problem at all. This is a beautiful hotel. Do you have a lot of people who come through here? Aye, we do. Tourism is the main source of income. We have an accounts of a beautiful lake, golf courts, and natural reserves we have nearby. Can I get your name, please? Russell Philip Moore. Lucy Wilson. I'm Diego Luis Galatorava. Thank you for that. Here are your keys in your first floor, room 101, 102, and 103. 101 is the double room. Please call me Diego. Thank you for all of your help. Have a lovely day. Excuse me, miss, but has any mail come in for Ian Preston? We got a letter addressed to him just yesterday, which we found rather bizarre given that we have no reservations anytime soon for anyone with that name. Will you please take a look at it? Sorry, ma'am, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do that. Remember, Sarge, always show your badge before starting a line of inquiry. Of course, sir, I forgot again. We're detectives with the Nottinghamshire Police, miss. Right, okay, here's the letter. Thank you. Fuck me! Here goes another puzzle. Alright, are we ready? A, D, Q, A, E, I, Q, E, L, J, C, I, O, D, L, R, E, E, V, G, D, J, pi I U G D I D B pi P A D roll D I Q G I A I O F E Q L roll D A oops A I roll E L J. Alright, so I wrote that out. Pop this back over here for a second, and we're gonna figure out this puzzle from what I already have. So, because I'm assuming that it's gonna be the same code, it would make sense. So B is C. Or actually, no, let's start with the G. H. Right, let's start with the pies. Pi is A. 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 And the triangles. Triangles are I. I. O. D. Oh, that's not a oh. There's only one triangle in there. Two trolls that are N. 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 Q is H. G is H, not Q. Oh my gosh. G is H. Q is T. Yeah. Q is T. G is H. G is E. K is M, isn't it? I don't remember having a K in my other message. K is A. No, K is not. But D should be E. I'm gonna guess K is M. Yeah, that would make sense. Meets me at D. So L is O. C is D. At the old. T, I didn't write down. I don't know if I had any T. T is W. Old. O is R. Warehouse. Old warehouse by... Oh, that's Q by the J. Is L. L. I is K by the lake. V. IOV. We had that, didn't we? IOV. I is K. Key. The key is something, a something. A Q? That's Q. H. No, key's T. Q is T. Is B. 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 L D. D is E. Triangle? That is a triangle. Why did I not mark that down? Find the hotel. Okay, meet me at the old warehouse by the lake. The key is beneath a something behind the hotel. What is J? J is L. O. And I've written down O is R. F. F is G. Behind the large. E is S. S-T-O-N-E. By the large stone behind the hotel. Okay, key is behind the large stone in the hotel. You got another one of these. I figured it out! And it only took me like 5 minutes. Best we figure it out, otherwise we'll have an impromptu. Yes, sir. Note added. Alright, we got that. Large stone behind the hotel. Away we go. By the lake. Alright, let's see. Large stone. I guess it's gonna be this one. Look, there's a key beneath the rock. And this will be useful. Oh. Now we have to go to the warehouse. Now I'm wondering if I have to walk there or if I have to take the car. Let's see. If I can walk. No. Alright, let's go to the car then. Let's see if we can take the car. Or do we have to spend the night? Good to have two cars, my friend. It's already paid for the rental, so might as well use it. So there must be a way for me to get to the hotel, the warehouse? Fish and chips, I saw the most incredible thing on television before I got here. Saw that here in Scotland they serve deep-fried Mars bars in their fish and chips. Is that true? Yes, it's true. Have you ever tried one? Regrettably, I have. My father-in-law dared me to eat one when I was in Scotland visiting his estate with Kirsten. Honestly, it was a bit rich for my liking, but not that it tasted bad, it just felt greasy and wrong. Really want to try one now. Unfortunately for you, they're still closed. Pretty early, it's like 7 in the morning. We'll pass by after we finish following our lead, okay? Sounds good. Fish and chips for lunch. Locked. Because it didn't really tell me where the apartment was, or where the warehouse was. Other than it's by the lake. So I would assume it's somewhere around here. Shouldn't let me explore too far out of the way. Ooh, ooh. It's locked. Why don't you try that key? Yes, sir. Worked like a charm. What are you waiting for? Let's go in. Well, this is an interesting spot to be. Blood on the floor? Indeed it is. Bad feeling about this. Hands-on weapons. Yes, sir. You don't have to tell me twice. My goodness, is that a cage? Correct, I see copious amount of feces and blood beneath it. Think a person may have been held here? Perhaps. The cage is a bit small, though. I can't imagine a fully grown man to fit in there comfortably. A child? Whether it was a human or an animal who was held here in these conditions, whoever did this sick bastard. This is where Alice was being held. All things considered, some surfaces are remarkably clean. I mean, there's hardly say that this is hospital grade, but at least they aren't covered in blood or dirt. Clearly some intentionality to this all. However, whoever is doing this is just hacking up bodies for fun. Some reason to it. Look at this machete. Unlike anything else in the room, it's surprisingly clean and sharp. Whoever's using that knife knows how the blood can dull and rust a blade. They know they need to keep it clean and sharp to continue doing its bloody task. I hate this. Oh my word, those are entrails. I think I'm gonna be sick. If these are human or animal, better at the thought, no matter what these are extracted crudely using a chainsaw. We'll know once forensic gets here. Look, a safety deposit box. I wonder what could be inside. Careful there, Sergeant. It might be a trap. Whoever owns this warehouse is clearly a sadist. It wouldn't be out of this world to think they would set up a booby trap to hurt somebody who entered. What do you make of this, sir? From the blood and feathers, it looks like a quite shamanic in nature, maybe voodoo, but I can't be sure. I'm not an anthropologist. Skull is definitely a cow. I doubt this person actually hunted an animal for it, probably picked it up for the cow's head from the butcher. Seems to be made crudely from cloth and bones. The cloth, blood, and bones. Nothing else to see here. Keep moving. Oh, we glitched through the table. Make of this, sir. Clearly a shrine of some deeply disturbed cult. I can only hope that the entrails and blood we saw were animal and not human. Any relation to the Preston case? I want to speculate until we have a proper forensic team taking a look at this. I'm sure both of your heads are swirling with theories now. Can't possibly imagine how this detective must have thought that this was an appropriate thing to show Ian. For all that, I'm saddened by my friend's death, but I'm glad he never saw such a horrific place. Let's not jump to conclusions yet, Diego. Lucy, please call both the police departments in Aberdeen and Dundee. So you can dispatch a forensics team faster. Yes, sir. Get out of here. I cannot stand another moment in such an unholy place. Agreed. Let's get out of here. Ooh. Oh! Rufus, what the hell are you doing here? Is this his dad? Ah! Dad, I'm not Rufus. I'm Philip. What are you doing here? Oh, I'm so happy right now. He's just talking about his grandfather living up here. That makes sense. What are you doing here? I'm sorry, Phil. It's so dark I can't see properly. Wait, why are you wearing your brother's... I hate it. Now I have to wait for chapter 3 because I don't know when it's coming out. Of course. Oh my gosh. Of course. Oh my goodness. That was fantastic. That was super long, but oh my gosh, that was great. I'm my gosh, no, that was. I am very happy with that ending. I was hoping it would end with something like that. I am so glad that that turned out to be his dad. Like, unbelievably happy that that turned out to be his dad. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. But now we have to wait for chapter 3 to be released because it's not. They don't have a date for it that I've seen as of yet. I'm honestly really, really hopeful, but also I don't know when it's gonna happen. I'm really, really hopeful, but I just don't know when it's gonna happen. I'm hopeful. I keep saying hopeful, but oh, that was so good. I'm so happy I got to at least finish chapter 2. Ooh. Oh, and there's no ending credits. Boo. But that's okay. That's okay. This was very happy with how that chapter went. I actually did some of the puzzles, not all the puzzles, because I got lazy for some of them and just looked them up. But that was a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Quickly exit out of this and casual screen so that you're not seeing all my games popping up. Oh. But like I had fun with that. That was great. Highly, highly recommend. So Silver Creek Falls and the Walsingham Files. There's only 2 chapters so far. I really want a chapter 3. However, this one came out December 12th, 2019. Oh, I wonder when we're gonna get a chapter 3. I haven't seen anything. I haven't really seen if they've been working on anything else. I'm very excited to see where the next part is. They keep bringing in brand new mysteries that they don't kind of finish with yet. It's a very, very interesting story. I'm trying to figure out when their last like thing that they published was. I think it was this. December, March. Agency was 2018. So it takes them a little bit to get something out because they finished Silver Creek Falls in 2016 and then took a few years, put out the first chapter, put out the second chapter about 10 months later. It's been a few years, but who knows? I'm hoping they put out another one. Oh, that would be so good. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I am interested in this. For past releases. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll have to look into that later. But thank you everybody for joining me today. It has been so much fun. This one was a very interesting story. I'm super excited to see where it's gonna go next. But then Friday we're gonna be playing something different. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's go take a look at my library and see if anything jumps at me today. I did just get my streaming PlayStation and a PlayStation 3, so technically I could do something. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Could do something like that. Or I could potentially do something else pretty chill. Oh, oh my goodness. If I could get some multiplayer people who wanted to play something that I had, I could totally do a multiplayer something. But I don't know who would be available or what we would play just yet. I could potentially play. I could get wild and play some Dream Daddy. Go through some of the achievements that I haven't completed yet and do some achievements. Because that could be fun. That could be interesting. Or I could go through and play some more Monster Camp. That's always fun. I'll figure it out and I'll post about it on my Twitter. But with that, I will be done for the evening. If you'd also like updates, I do on occasions post on my work in progress Discord. aren't me typing things I shouldn't be. I will be playing. Well, actually, Saturday we're picking a new game. I think Ryan and I are going to chill evening of something. Not sure what yet, but Saturday will be another drunk stream. Sure what yet because we finished Kingdom Hearts 3 last week. I was so excited. Oh, it went so well. I could potentially do Remind on my own, but I know that Ryan doesn't really want to play Remind because it is a bitch in some occasions, but get it all figured out. But keep an eye out on my social medias and keep an eye out on my Discord for me to post some updates. And thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I'm hoping we will see a chapter 3 come out from Walsingham Files sometime in the future. And if not, then we'll just keep our eye out. I'll play it whenever it comes out and it'll be a lot of fun. But thank you everybody for joining me. Big one. I will see all of you next time. My next stream is on Friday, of course, at 6 p.m. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.